suspended, I think, isn't like.
Are we live? I should be live. Everything should be fine. People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. First things first, I hope everyone, wherever you guys are in this world, you're doing well and safe. You're having a good week. You're having a good final, closing period to the year. As usual, I hope you've all got your health in all, versions of the word. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever. Like I said, people, welcome to the Arsenal versus Sunderland live watch along. We're together. Pre-game, during game, post-game, we'll be doing a lot of talking about the game. Our talk doesn't have to be limited to that. Any Arsenal-related questions, football-related questions, talking points, predictions, all of that good stuff in general. Make sure you're getting that in. I saw already. A man said I said that made no sense. Let me start again. A man said I said. That is not English. Apologies, people. What I meant to say is I saw that we're on 40-odd likes already. First things first, if you've hit that like button, God bless you. Appreciate you. As you know, what 100 likes is the target. Can we get to that? Again, I don't know how much that works in terms of percentages, but to be, that's a good starting base, isn't it, really and truly? So, yeah, obviously, it's Arsenal versus Sunderland, League One side versus a Premier League team. Both teams are in okay form. Sunderland have been putting together some decent results. It looks like they play a three at the back formation. Again, I know I haven't really been a big fan of Lee Johnson and his post-game, pre-game comments and whatnot, but I listen, there's question marks as to how he got into football, but he's on playing well against the big teams. You've seen him do it at Bristol, I'm sure, and a couple other clubs. He's on that sort of stuff. You heard him talk about blood and thunder. He's on the passion merchant thing today. So if we as Arsenal fans and players, most importantly, think we're just going to rock up here and just stroll about, it's not going to be that sort of party. I want us to continue, whether it's a rotated side or not. At this moment, I haven't seen the lineup. Pardon me, blitz this team with respect to Sunderland, if possible. Blitz them in the first 20 minutes. Any key players that are playing, we can look to take them off. Big up Charlie Patino. He's deserving now of his opportunity, and he's been doing very well since he got into this club. He's a credit to not just the football club, but his family. I see that he's in the squad in some capacity. These sort of guys and any other young players, let these guys get their debuts, have their fantastic moments, and have a little reward for them and their families making their debut for Arsenal Football Club. It's the thing we all dreamed of, people. It's all what we all wanted to do. For me as well, again, standard procedure like last week. Yeah, it's a cup game and we need to rest bodies and look after players, but we had two big games last week. You can say what you want about Leeds' form prior to the game. We had to beat them away from home. We haven't been good enough. We need to put away records. I know a lot of song and dances is being made about our home form and the table for our home form where we score quite high. I can't remember our position. If we was to, by the same logic of things, do the away one, it would paint a different story. Now, most people will focus on the gloom. Most people will focus on the excitement. We can choose to look at what's in front of us in that there's a good building block. There's many improvements that need to be made. West Ham, the fixture speaks for itself. We came through both of them and did our thing. Same as this, it's the semi-finals next round. And again, some of you, again, players that get rotated, the way we're moving in the Prem, some of you might not get opportunities. So this might be the only thing you lot can play. I know if I was getting hardly any opportunities and we got to the latter stages and I helped us from the early rounds, I'd want to get in, I'd want to play. Most importantly, push for a first team place as well on a regular basis, but I'd want to play. So it's down to them. Whatever you say about the competition, not that we've won it in my lifetime too many times. Footballers want to win trophies. It's an opportunity, especially for these young boys. Some of them were part of the FA Cup win. The majority of them haven't won too much in their careers and haven't won almost anything. Well, the collective group, this new bunch of players, they haven't won anything together. So the minute we can start winning things, they get a feel for it and whatnot, the better in it. And obviously, you're a couple of games away from Wembley. It'd be stupid. And there's a lot of big teams. I'm going to be doing a watch along for Spurs versus West Ham. I say sadly because, big up West Ham. We're all irons in that game and hammers in that. I'm going to be doing a watch along tomorrow live from around 7:20. Other fixtures, I think Chelsea are playing Brentford and they're resting players. Tuchel said they have to play some under 23s. I'm sure it's Leicester, Liverpool. I could be wrong. Spurs, West Ham, like I said. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. In relation to the lineup and that stuff, I'll get into that and get that made for you lot in a second. Appreciate you lot for running the bench, people. I see Patino's on the bench and it's a good look for the young G as well. There's not too many young players and whatnot. Balogun starting. Hey, we're moving mad. Arteta's moving mad. We got on to Arteta about not giving Balogun opportunities. We got onto him about not playing Martinelli. And he said really and truly to the fans, he said SYM this week. I'll be real with you lot, people. He has fully said SYM. Balogun, big opportunity. You know, fair enough. I expect Balogun to do well and score today and we can run the propaganda. But you've got an opportunity against grown men that are not respectfully. They're not on what you've been doing in the 23s. You know, again, Balogun's a bad boy footballer. You've seen him beat up better Derby, Brighton, you know, Spurs. You know, every game this guy has almost played this season, there's some highlights. Sunderland are proud men. They're League One. They're trying to, you know, respect their fans. They're trying to do what we're doing as well. You know, they're not going to go for a lot of the stuff that flies at 23s level. So you have an opportunity today, especially with the debates that are being said about going on loan. Put yourself in the shop window. If you lay down a marker against an experienced side, you know, a team might say, do you know what? Let's actually ask Arsenal for him in the January period and take him. Obviously, with what's going on with Eddie, Lacazette's contract, regardless, you know, it looks like he's got stability in that. We're all in agreement he's going in the summer, but his contract, Mr. Aubameyang, I don't think you're going to pull up too many trees badding up Sunderland, but, you know, you get yourself in that debate. Same way if Eddie, again, I haven't seen the lineup again, but if Eddie was to start and he scores, that question said. But yeah, it's a good look for Balogun, man. And again, him, I wanted to see, I said pre-game, I wanted to see Balogun and Patino. And, you know, I've got a Balogun start and I've got a Patino bench, and obviously, like I said, hopefully he in particular can make his debut, because that's what we're trying to do. Like, obviously, I'm a Wenger baby, and I'm sure some of you are in that. Where we was accustomed to not necessarily winning this competition, but a bag of young players would have got opportunities, regardless of who is playing. I'm not criticizing Mikel Arteta. I'm just saying in general, like a bag of young players would have got opportunities and been using this to play and whatnot. Let me see what you guys are saying, man. Again, I've been airing you lot. You know, again, I know you're a Sunderland fan, Jack, but appreciate the Sunderland fans. Speaking of Sunderland fans, you know, Sharky, appreciate you because you're always here on the best of days. You know, again, unfortunately, when the game kicks off, we're going to have to be enemies, my guy, but may the best man win, unfortunately, man, you know, because, you know, I want your tears today. I'll be real. Starting lineup, Raz has put it in there. You know, again, allow me, man. It's been a big day. Let me make sure Photoshop's open. Yeah, it's right there. I'll do all of that in a second for you guys. You are going to hate me for the next couple of hours, man. Is what it is. Really and truly. Patino on the bench. We need it. Hey, Balogun, I need it. I need agenda. We got agendas to run. We need it, folks. Anything we see, I need it. I absolutely need it. I can't lie. You know, I miss the Hayland FC, so it'd be lovely. And obviously, you know, again, you're not going to pull up too many trees and whatnot if you play well today, necessarily, respectfully to the fixture and whatnot. But go and put pressure on those who are starting. You know, many of the players that are getting looks in now had to take their chances here initially. And yeah, obviously, the deep thing is I've got the Arsenal lineup. Again, I'll read it out to you lot before I get it done. Pretty predictable. I can't lie. I got it spot on the back five, you know, people. I said, you know, I got it right. I got it wrong that Balogun would be on the bench. In fact, I said Eddie would start. Looks like Eddie's still having his left wing movie, and you know, if you never know what you could do. The lineup before I get it written for you lot, people actually don't know the numbers of the players. I can't lie. Leno, which is number one. You've got Leno, Cedric, Ben White, Rob Holding, Tavares, El Nene, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Pepe, and Ketia Balogun. I must admit, I didn't expect both of Odegaard and Smith Rowe, but I understand it. You know, again, we want to win. We want to respect the competition. You know, we need to keep up form. Them man, they're playing well on their own backs. You know, they're playing well together. You know, again, and ideally, you know, Odegaard, Smith Rowe. I wouldn't say, you know, Smith Rowe, I'll let you get 90 minutes today, but you want to be able to kill the fixture in an ideal world. Let Odegaard and Smith Rowe come off. And like I said, give opportunities to the young Patino. We've got agendas, or throw them opportunities to other people. Again, you look at the front three. So, you know, again, each and every one of them's got a reason to play well beyond the obvious. When I mentioned Nicolas Pepe, again, you get it. You all had a certain reaction. We know where we're at. You don't even need to know anything about football or Arsenal, you know. My mom doesn't necessarily care for football. She knows full well about Nicolas Pepe because I'm always speaking about it in my videos, and she knows all about his situation. You know, you've got an opportunity today. It's absolutely mad. Again, I'm not criticizing Pepe not playing people, but 70-odd million pound man having to wait for opportunities against a League One side, respectfully to Sunderland. No one does it like Arsenal. But yeah, you've got a reason to play well, Pepe. You know, put pressure on spots. And Nketiah, again, whether you're going to stay at this club or put yourself in the shop window, you need to be talked about. It's in your interest to be talked about. Put pressure on Mikel Arteta and Arsenal to want to use you and beg you to stay. Put pressure on whoever wants you in January or whoever's looking at bringing you in on the free in the summer. Balogun, again, can you force Arteta to flip up maybe any transfer plans he's got? Because again, you know, we know ideally we'd love to bring a striker in January. Realistically, we're probably not going to do that unless it's a sort of scouting job, a lesser sort of name, respectfully. Can you complicate things? Because Mr. Aubameyang's not here and he's going off to AFCON. Eddie might still leave. Balogun, go and show Arteta that, yo, you actually might be of a higher level right now than I thought you would. So there's enough reasons to want to play well today, man. It must be a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, and just Eddie's just going to hold it on the left, and Balogun will peel out there. To be fair, Balogun's not just... I know he gets compared to Eddie, and I think Eddie's development has improved in terms of doing other things other than just scoring at first team level. But I think Balogun's got a bit more about him. Like, I like the run he makes off the left-hand shoulder. Is to describe it to someone who don't know, it's not the Martinelli run, but he's on them sort of things. He drops deep. He's physically all right. Obviously, you know, if it to compare Balogun to a swimmer, you know, it's like he's learning to swim. He's locked down the shallow end. We want him to obviously be able to swim in the deep end and one day be able to save your life. If we throw him out there, like you saw against Brentford, sometimes he's gonna get water in his lungs. You know, he's gonna struggle, and that's what you need. Again, he should be playing against men's sides, respectfully, and for want of not sounding outdated, week in, week out. That's the only way to improve. You know, even if I'm being harsh, I'm just happy to see him. But these little cup games, because is he gonna be in contention in Norwich, or is it? It is what it is. You're back to doing up 23s. I don't know. Ainsley Maitland-Niles not there. Do you think his hold-up players improved DG? Who? Balogun or Eddie Nketiah? I think Balogun stepping into the first team for me in terms of hold-up play and that the other things than just scoring. I think he's got a better base coming into this first team than Eddie did, because I think Eddie was just really just a strat. It sounds dumb, but it's goals and that's it, innit? If you're talking about Eddie, I think Eddie's... I've said it. Go back in my vids. I think, and I know on one hand, Eddie Nketiah's... He didn't set the world like coming back from Leeds, but he did look more physically imposing. And we've all seen in the summer he's playing left wing and that. You know, Balogun's improving every day and he's doing his thing. But he's at that. He's like, he needs to just be unleashed now. He needs to see his real level, because I'm not saying he has a false perception, but imagine if you as a young player, you're training with the first team. Obviously, you're seeing the levels in training. And even if respectfully to Sunderland, you can bad up a Sunderland, their League One, you know, Europa League, respectfully, Dundalk and that. The 23s could probably give them a game, even when he's playing Checo Trade. You play against Brentford and that, you know your level. Certain skills you might try, it's not happening, you know. Again, it's all about speed of thought. And he needs to be exposed to that sooner rather than later, man. Again, in the ideal world, we get some early goals, we get a lot of goals, and we have an entertaining sort of thing for the fans then. But other than that, I don't know. Let me find Arsenal starting lineup, because I want to write this out. I don't need to know Sunderland's. Actually, just the shirt numbers, really. I'm just being lazy. I'm just waiting till Google actually has it updated itself, people. I'm being very lazy for you lot. Smash the like button if you haven't already, folks. Let me find Sunderland's lineup as well. Oh, fuck it, let's stop messing about. Let's actually get this done for you lot. If today's lineup presses like we did during West Ham versus Leeds, we can score 4-5. Ifs and buts, hopefully. Ainsley, I don't know, man. You know, maybe... Listen, I don't like to get involved in the social media antics and all that kiddie stuff, but you do keep you do hear, you know, you girls talking too much on the socials, is it? And again, man, are not gonna... No one in any relationship, even if the shoe's on the other foot, you're not gonna let your partner disrupt your job if necessarily you didn't agree with what they've got to say, people. So we're gonna have to see what happens in that regards. Winchester. Their names. I'm gonna have to find all the numbers by myself. You got Winchester. You've got Wright. I'm trying to do Sunderland because just got it in front of me right now, folks. We move my team. You've got Flanagan. Is that Flanagan? Swear down, you're still about. Nice to see you're still kicking ball, man. But is that Flanagan, the one that was at Liverpool? Or is that our next one? You've got Doyle. I'm sure that's the one that was. Is he on loan or did they buy him permanently? I'm sure that's if my memory serves me right. I might be lying to you lot. I am sure that is a Manchester City lad, and they do have Sirkin on the bench as well. Who's an ex-Spurs lad. It would be written in history that certain man come on and do something against us. Is that Doyle Gooch? Didn't he come out of the academy? I mean, I can't lie, I didn't finish it. I started it, and for some reason, I just stopped watching it. I mean, I just think it's Sunderland until we die, really. It must not be nice for Sunderland, man. You know, I can remember when they was in the Premier League. Not that it was that long ago. Now they're in League One. You know, there's a goal for part on the best of days from them and their rivals Newcastle, and it's even madder now, really. Speaking of ex-Spurs, you probably see in the graphic, or I can't lie, I made a bunch of them. You've got Pritchard, who, again, if anybody knows about him, it should be Emil Smith Rowe. They spent time together at Huddersfield, I'm pretty sure. And from what I remember of him, he's a techie baller. Another ex-Spurs player, by the way. He's been at Norwich. He's been at Huddersfield. He's been about, man. He's experienced. They ain't got duds here, people, man. They haven't got just duds. They've got decent players. And again, they're third in League One. They do like to try and knock the ball about. They are playing for pride. Again, they are grown men playing for pride. You've always got to consider that. So again, I want it to be a landslide for Arsenal, but football isn't one on paper, man. Is the Sunderland side crippled by injuries? I can't lie, I don't know, my guy. I'll be real with you. I don't have a clue. 7,000 Sunderland fans going down today. Exactly. And again, the players have, if nothing more, put in a shift for them, and they're in it because you got to remember them Sunderland fans, they're risking their health like the Arsenal ones because Corona's still rampant, not to make it about that. Two, I'm sure they got jobs, and again, I'm sure certain people would like to take extra shifts. We got to remember it's Christmas. I'm sure the money that's going to be used to go down to London and do what they're doing could have been used for the kids for Christmas or towards bills or something. So again, people are playing for pride. One love for all of that, my guy. Who's their keeper as well? Oh, how can I forget their keeper? Rajiv did it all mad because we're missing out some numbers still, but I forgot their keeper. Burge, I'm going to assume he's number one. Flanagan's free, as you said. Hit the like button if you haven't, people. Let's try to get to 100 before kickoff. Unexpected high bills. Every unexpected high bills for every like button that isn't hit. Again, you hit the like button, that's another Arsenal goal. And again, all I would want today, obviously, is an Arsenal victory and all of those things. But fundamentally, you know, I want a clean sheet. I want a clean performance. I want it within reason and the context. Can you put pressure on first team places? Really want to see the Highlanders. You know, Highlanders do well. Balogun, can you get me some goals? Patino, I want you to make your debut. And obviously, we're all dreaming for the lads, you know, come off the bench, score a goal, knee slide, whatever. To be honest, how would you even celebrate if you did that? It'd be so much emotions. You know, I'll probably do my knee and just celebrating, really and truly. And that'll probably be it, because even when the game's restarted, I'll still be celebrating with the away fans and the home fans. I'll be standing in front of the away fans. They'll be slagging me off. I'll just be like, I can't believe I'm on the pitch, mate. I'm just happy to be here. You know, I don't know why you're sending for me. I'm a good guy. But end of that, Lyndon Gooch is number 11. Embleton is number 8. Yeah, you forgot about Winchester. Neil Bearman. Oh, hey, you're my guy. I apologize, man. How can I ever try to chat on your name? Raz, you actually had it covered. Broadhead is number 9. A serious assistant going on, man. You're trying to rival Smith Rowe and Odegaard for that creative spot. You're moving in the right direction, my guy. Winchester. 15. So simple, but it's just time consuming. But it's got to be done. This is easier. Doing this little graphic for you lot is way more stress-free and easier than having to rely on someone. You lot that was here, what was it? Was it Chelsea, West Ham? It's all 5 minutes until kickoff. We're not hearing nothing from the graphics Donnies and all of that. It was brazy them times. But we made it, man. We made it out the other side. That's almost Sunderland done. Broadhead is number 9. Stewart is number 14. And obviously it's just a case of our team, Arsenal, there. You know, love for that. Again, just under 40 minutes until kickoff, folks. Make sure you've got your predictions, all of that good stuff in. Again, I've got it in front of... listen, Cedric, prove me wrong today. I don't advocate scapegoating. I'm not advocating scapegoating, but I just don't think Cedric was good enough. You know, there was even, I remember even Southampton last season, or was it the season before? You was making Martinelli look robbed. Obviously, I'll give Cedric a bit of a blight. It's difficult when you're not playing and you are a sideman. But I just think it's a signing that shouldn't have happened anyways on the best of days. I think it's a signing that doesn't send out the right signals. I don't think there's longevity. Again, it's one of them where I'm sure if we could, if there was a little offer, we'd like to move him on, really. Prove me wrong. Go and prove people wrong, because the best of days, you know, Tomiyasu, anytime Tomiyasu gets any injury concerned, you know, case concerned, us as Arsenal fans, we're going to be scared. Football's a squad game. Come and prove us wrong and show something. But again, that's sounding all Disney Channel. I don't think he's got that in his locker, but fair play to him. You know, I think he had a disaster class off the bench against Leeds. I don't know what's going on with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, especially as we're heading into January. I say we just probably just move that on, put that one there to bed now, man, because it's just getting long now, man, really and truly. And I think maybe again, I don't want to speculate because I don't know what's going on with Maitland-Niles, but he must have been able to bag a right back place ahead of Cedric, or I'm sure, again, I don't know, again, we got to respect the fixture and that, but I'm sure Mikel Arteta, maybe if something weren't going on there, might have said, you know what, Odegaard, you're on the bench, I'll throw you on if it gets to that sort of stage. I don't know, I'm just playing devil's advocate with you guys, people. So yeah, obviously it feels so good to be able to write Pepe's name again, you know, number 19, Nicolas Pepe. Where are you, man? You have been riding that stiff bang up your fresh home just before Christmas. Hopefully you don't get recalled. And Pepe, please, because I can't lie, you know, you and Martinelli, the last cup game we sat here and we spoke about, Martinelli didn't take his chance. Neither did you. But look at the transformation he is now. He's clearly gone away and done something behind the scenes. Maybe fate has been tempted with what's going on with Aubameyang. But that is football. That's how you get your chances, you know. It's down to you to do something with it. That's how Marcus Rashford bust you under Louis van Gaal. Weren't there mad injuries at United? You know, he was given an opportunity and then we helped to give him a career as well. But wasn't there a second, any competition that man was playing and he was scoring? But that's how you get your opportunities, man. It's not all the time a manager's going to just say actively, oh, who am I going to bring in from the academy? Sometimes, or just in general, you can lay down a marker. Look at Chalobah at Chelsea. He's probably someone they may have listened to offers with. Now, again, I don't know what they're doing because centre-back is still speculated at that club. But they couldn't get Conde in. There was rumours of Deluded last year. It didn't bang. And, you know, Chalobah's made a name for himself in the squad now. Found the thing now, really and truly. So it's good for him. Let me actually make sure. Sorry, people. Let me actually, before I export this so you lot can see the lineups to the left and right of me. All right, cool. Everything's cushy. Everything's wavy. All right. Make sure we're hitting the like button. What should we name that? It'd be silly to name it anything other than Arsenal versus Sunderland. Go on the good old OBS. Let's go on the background. Yeah, next year, I can't lie. I'm going to pattern this background. There's going to be no more fuzziness. But until then, we're going to have to hold it. This time a year from now, I want to look back at some serious progress. Can't even cap to you lot. But yeah, you can see the lineups to the left and right of me. When I look at the lineups from both teams, people, again, I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything about Sunderland. If there's any Sunderland fans, update me. But looking at it, I know Pritchard's a baller. I'm sure Stewart is that the lad that was at Liverpool. I might be capping. Broadhead's a decent striker. Embleton works hard. Man said Luch, you know. So we have to do that again. Man said Luch. That's meant to say Gooch. We're moving mad. Serious typo. But let's go again. Luch is a rapper from Brixton still. But I'm getting so much better at that. But yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. This is why you triple check. I'll probably put the Amy down before you come on this thing, but it's cool, people. And when you look at Arsenal's lineup, everyone's got a reason to want to play well. None of you are respectfully with Smith Rowe and Odegaard. None of you are in the strongest lineup. And when I look at it, even them man, there shouldn't be sitting off because really, as I keep saying, I wish we could play 12 players. I don't know who gets the nod between Odegaard and Smith Rowe until someone's form deteriorates. Odegaard's finding his feet. Smith Rowe is doing what he's doing as our top goal scorer. So even them two, they're competing against each other. Maybe if we looked at it on a madness, Arteta might be saying, you two, it's a death match today. Whoever does a Mazza, you're the one who's starting. He's not, I thought whoever would have started today is probably the one that's still probably holding up the bench. But even that, Nketiah, Balogun, Pepe, you all need to play well. Holding, you're not going to get within a sniff of Gabriel and Ben White if everything happens. And Saliba to come back in the summer by God's grace. Go and prove people wrong. Go and push people. Cedric, I want to be proven wrong. Tavares, keep doing what you're doing. Go and show Arteta that it's not just subs. I need subs row again. I can take Tini's place. Leno, the same trail of thought. He's probably going to keep it moving. I'd like to hold on to him until the summer and just get away with it. But if I was him, I'd be forcing the issue to go out in January, really, with a World Cup coming. And there's a couple German keepers that are playing well and being looked at with a shout, really. So it might be brazy. Again, lovely to see Patino on the bench. You can see the lineups from both teams to the left and right of me, people. Leno, Cedric, Ben White, Holding, Tavares, El Nene, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Nketiah, Balogun, and Nicholas Pepe. When you look at Sunderland, they've got Burge, Winchester, Wright, Flanagan, Doyle, Gooch, Embleton, Neil, Pritchard, Broadhead, and Stewart, folks. Would have liked to see Patino instead of Odegaard. I hear you, but what I rate Patino's mentality, but you got to remember he's a young man, playing in the front of that crowd for the first time, doing his thing, someone that day in, day out has to live with everyone, proclaiming him as the next this, that, and the other, which I think he's got potential. You know how I feel about Patino, but I just don't think it's healthy for all of these young players, all these articles and all these things. Again, he's a young man. To us, he's the best thing since sliced bread right now at the moment, but he's still a young man, so there's a lot. And you've got to remember, as good as he is technically, them man there at Sunderland, they got street smartness, So again, in an ideal world, I wouldn't be against starting him, but with what we're doing, can we play the big guns? Can you make your experience? Can we put this team to bed? And then, Patino, come on the pitch and do your thing, and whoever else can come on and do their thing. I would have loved to have seen Amari Hutchinson and a couple other players on the bench, but you can't have it all, man. Carabao gives you Europa Conference League. By God's grace, we get Champions League / Europa League, but that might have to be something. We didn't get no Europe. T says, I live in Sunderland. Boy, you're conflicted, my guy. What's up, DG? I waited so long for a watch along. I heard that Arsenal are targeting midfielders in Jan. Kemi, appreciate your support. Second of all, lovely to hear because we need midfielders. I'm here for Charlie Patino, Miguel Aziz, all these guys breaking in. And I like, Smith Rowe and Odegaard both playing today. You'd imagine it's Odegaard with El Nene and Smith Rowe a bit further forward. Although I think Smith Rowe in time can play that sort of what we do with Odegaard. We need midfielders, even if I'm real and the last couple games we've been doing well. You want more from our midfielders, Again, I'm not writing off Partey, but it might get to a thing where you might just be a squad player and we need to just revamp and then it's a next pivot. It might not be Partey and an upgrade if things continue. It might be a squad player settings, which are still persisting with Partey, but it's something to consider. Called it, and Nketiah, Balogun, Pepe. Big up to you, Martin. And I see it. You said it's 6 a.m. settings with round your sides. The commitment, brazy. I told you, look, from one little pre-season, seeing us Arsenal kick off at mad times, I wouldn't be able to do this deluded thing if I lived in Australia, or I think I'll be able to hold it in America. I won't cap. That's 5 hours. I won't cap to you. I think I'll hold that. But you see, like Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, there'll be no deluded. That's a myth. Obviously, you'd adapt to the time zone, but myth. With my work rate as well, the timings would be breezy. How's your day? Hey, blessed to be with you lot, man. Especially during, don't want to talk about it, but COVID times where a lot of people, they haven't got outlet. I feel blessed to be with you lot. You lot always support the thing. Again, we must have hit 100 likes. I ain't even looked at likes, but we must have clapped that already. Exactly. Thank you very much. We've hit our target. We've been having some good watch-alongs. I feel, I think we've had a good month because I feel we had a terrible month on YouTube in November. If we look at it from a business perspective, I think we had you got to be able to weather the storms, but I think we had a very terrible month. And I think we rid the storm, and I think we're hitting back. And yeah, man, I'm having a good day. Hopefully Arsenal's playing well. Hopefully everybody's doing better, man. Sunderland have no players out, says Raz. Let's see Balogun and Pepe shine. I have doubts on Cedric. So do I, but I want to be sat here come the end of the game. Yo, Cedric, you're the best player. I think you're not good enough. That's not a fact. That's subjective. I'm sure a lot of you don't. I want to be proven wrong. There's probably a lot of Arsenal players that have proven a lot of people wrong. When I look at the current squad, who's proven me wrong? Not to sound big-headed, because it's not to be big-headed. I don't really think there's a player. Actually, do you know what? I'd have said Joe Willock previously, to a degree, Nketiah. Because I didn't think you would still be here to this level to a degree if you like, because I don't think you was doing anything that's standing out. So you're still about for whatever reason. I think that's it. I feel a bit more confident in Tavares, but I still have the same concerns defensively, and I still vividly remember the mistakes, as good as he's been. Cedric was fine to that one back pass when he was playing left back. Never saw game time since. It's true, man. Do you know what it is? Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like certain man just don't look confident. And I could be capping. It just could be how it looks, but he just don't look confident. And respectfully, you can't go from Tomiyasu to this again. Like, it's the drop off. It's mad. It's brazy. At least, Tavares for me is a level or two below Tini, respectfully, but at least Tavares can do a thing. There's some sort of confidence in Tavares. Respectfully, I don't have that in Cedric. I'm not trying to get at him, but I don't have that. But again, I want to be proven wrong. 124 likes, 300 of you locked in. Come on, people. I appreciate that. But keep that up, man. Let's pattern that. Do you like the lineups? Yeah, I can't complain, because I was saying I do want to see a somewhat strong lineup, and I think there's a balance. I did feel we would see Ben White or Gabriel, and I just feel Ben White, we need to try and rest Gabriel, so I thought that was going to be the look-in. Pardon me. I don't know where Callum Chambers is, but yeah, I would have thought that. Tavares was always coming in for Kieran Tierney. Probably everybody would have thought to see El Nene. Would have loved to have seen Ainsley Maitland-Niles, but I'll be genuinely surprised if it's nothing. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but I don't think that's necessarily just a footballing decision. And for me, I don't. Maybe it's with him. It feels like under Arteta, him and Arteta, it feels like there's a resolution. Then he might play a couple games and come off the bench, and it's like, all right, cool, your role's been established. And then we see what we're seeing right now. So again, it's definitely going to be an interesting January, and I'm going to be making hella live streams and whatnot, people. But looking at it, there's speculation over half the team. Balogun, is he going on loan? Is he not? Nketiah, is he staying? Is he not? Aubameyang, what's going on there? We got to remember Lacazette can still, his contract's running out, but if an offer gets placed, it has to be considered. Pepe, again, if I'm Pepe, this can't persist sitting on the bench. Obviously, it's not all going to move and whatnot, but, same trailer thought with El Nene. If I'm Leno, I hear you, Arsenal. You don't want to mess up your squad, but listen, big up to Ramsdale, but I'm a German international. I'm trying to do my thing. I'm in the prime sort of ages. I've kind of gone from being, not that you're not a leader at the team, but I've gone from being a leader to a little man now. I can't really do this, so I'm trying to keep it moving. So it's going to be interesting. There's bare speculation, and not just Arsenal. I'm sure if we went through the leagues, every club, even City, there's speculation over half the team. Every week, one of them's leaving, Latest probably being Ferran Torres. United, Martial being linked with Seville and that. It looks like Lingard staying, but he's always linked with moves. Liverpool, are they going to be able to shot Origi? I don't know what's going on there, and so on and so forth. Hit the like button, people. As usual, it's a pleasure to be here. So yeah, to answer your question, Shay, I can't complain with the lineup. I mean, anyone that for me that's complaining with the lineup, like they're actually vexed, they're acting. I don't think, even by Arsenal standards, I know people try to act up, try to do the viral thing, but it's acting, it's forced. Come on now, man. He might be trying to end the game first half. This is what I'm on, Kate. This is what I'm on, And look at Chalobah, just on the point I said about making a name for himself. He signed a new deal, so he's, at the end of the day, you got a contract. You're contracted to Chelsea Football Club. You know, Chelsea have protect themselves where he gets a new where he might be sold or whatever. If that was the case, he gets more money and he's elevated himself. So that's what I want to see at Arsenal a bit. It's not always it's an active push to bust young players. Sometimes it's circumstances as well. And that's why, for me, why I'm kind of upset that we don't really see more defenders because, respectfully, there's always, definitely at Arsenal historically, there's always a little defensive crisis. And it'd just been nice if we could find a little right back. You know, I know at Arsenal, it's more geared towards the attacking players. And I'd say in football in general, you know, no one really wants to hear right backs coming through. Like Trent earned his praise. You know, no one was really gassing Trent. If you hear a number 10 is coming through and a striker, you're like, oh, who's that? All right, cool. And then and whatnot. But I just feel you save a lot of money if a decent centre half came through at Arsenal. You know, Chalobah, for example, how much is that saving them? Chelsea. How much is a Reece James saving? How much is Trent? Trent, I would probably 100 million now, but I would have started it at like 50. The same with Reece James. You know, how much money is that saving them? If we could find a little backup goalie that could come out the club, how much is that going to save? Sometimes, and again, not everyone can just get a chance and whatnot, but I do think sometimes, for me anyways, why aren't these little ones there? Like, even looking at Spurs, we ain't got a little homegrown Tanganga coming through in that. Well, we haven't had one. You know, shout out to the young bulls coming through and whatnot. Appreciate you for subscribing. To be honest, no one would have deeped if it was Luch. That's deep, man. Pep has to have a great game. I think that having El Nene as a lone DM with Smith Rowe and Odegaard might actually bang due to El Nene's discipline. Yeah, man. El Nene's a childminder. It's like, you know, when you're little and your grandma take you, you know, your grandma might take you and your cousins to the park, and obviously she's not going to follow you running up and down. So she'll sit down and say, you know, you can't make sure I can see you in it. That's what El Nene's on. You know what? You lot, and Nketiah, Balogun, Pepe, Odegaard, you lot go do your thing. I'm going to watch you lot. That's cool. I'm on that. And respectfully to Sunderland, because football isn't one on paper. It can go left. And what I don't want to happen, and I like that we've got Laka and these players on the bench, Saka. I don't want to bring them on. I didn't even want Smith Rowe and Saka to come on against Wimbledon. I don't want us to have to bring them on because we're trying to chase the game. Let's kill the game. Respectfully to Sunderland fans, if you're listening, as an Arsenal fan, I'd love us to kill the game in the first half. You know, bring young players through, and then let you know, Arteta can't, but let Arteta's coaching staff start to begin to think of Sunderland. I mean, of Norwich away in the weekend. Happy Balogun is getting game time. Hope he makes good use of it. Trust. But at the same time, yeah, obviously I don't know Balogun. I don't know how he feels. But at the same time, I want him to just shut out the noise, man, because it's not the end of the world if you have a bad game today. Obviously, I'm going to sit there and say, okay, we need more, you know, loan and whatnot. But it just feels with these young players, every game's like make or break. If they make it, they're the next madman. If they don't, they're overrated. And I'm not saying anyone's saying that. I just feel that's the culture of football. So first things first, I want him to enjoy. I'm not being funny, but man are starting for Arsenal Football Club under the lights at the Emirates. Starting, you know, signed a new deal. How many of us would give a lot just to play 10 minutes, just to play 90, just to fucking warm up? Just to do the pre-game thing with the mask on and all of that. You know, when Sky Sports is coming through and you're like this and, you know, you're putting out your hand just to be able to do that as an Arsenal thing, you know, I'd be happy just to get free trip. So just enjoy it, man. First things first, enjoy it. Don't live and die and think too much when you've missed that chance. You missed the chance, just, fuck it, the next one comes. Football, it means a lot, but at the same time, it's just a game. Go and enjoy it, man. And then we'll talk. Don't think too much about it. Even Nketiah, all of them, even Pepe. Don't go, obviously, have it in the back of your mind. Man, need to put in a performance and whatnot. But, you know, don't every shot, oh, man, Arteta's not feeling me now, or I've scored out, he's feeling me. DG thoughts on Rekic. He should have got a chance today. Probably too good for 23's level. Very good on the ball. You know, a lot to build upon. Good marker, but you know, can lose his runners. Think he needs to, like Balogun to a lesser degree, needs to go and be exposed. It's almost a flip because Balogun's a centre half. Same way I feel Balogun needs to play centre half to experience. I think Rekic to a degree he can play as a fullback as well. He needs to play strikers that are about it. You know. In my opinion, captain today is Holding. We know Holding's part of this leadership group. Allegedly, Lokonga, Marie Still, and Chambers are missing out due to COVID. We wish them the best in terms of rehab and recovery. I'm gonna say in 2-2. Not confident in the back four. I am, I'm confident in what we might do going forward, man, because you're gonna have if all goes to plan, we're gonna have I'd say 6 players flying forward. Tavares don't need no license. He probably ain't got his provisional. He needs no license to go forward down that left hand side. Smith Rowe, I want him to peel out to that left hand side as well, because you and Tavares got a good understanding. But Smith Rowe's game, he gets into pockets all over the field. Odegaard, he knows what to do. Pepe, I want to see bare skills. Make sure you don't get your head all blurred up and whatnot. But I want to see skills. And Ketia, make something happen. Balogun, make something happen. There's enough out there. There's enough out there to overload Sunderland in the first half with attacking intent if the mentality is spot on and win this game early on. The passion and blood and guts thing, it only works for a sec. The blood and passion thing is dead when how many men tried to do the passion thing and the team you're trying to do that to slapped in 2-3 goals. It's dead. You can keep doing it, but shouting 0-0 don't have the same ring to it. It will become, we're going to have to weather the storm. They are going to clamp you. They are going to try and be resolute defensively. They are probably going to have periods where they're on top of you, where the crowd are jeering them up, But at the same time, come on now. I can't lie. Roddy Rich's album was tired, human being, man. I'm going to give it a third listen to you. We do have some Sunderland players out. Joseph, you're going to have to enlighten me. I just have to go off what other people are saying. I know nothing about Sunderland, respectfully. Milinkovic-Savic, apparently available in January, is not a manager's favourite in Sarri. What you saying, DG? Why not, man? Tavares proved me wrong. I like him, but I wouldn't say he's proved me wrong yet. I'd say you're of a higher level than I thought you'd be, but I still have my concerns defensively. And I think against Newcastle to a degree, Leicester, definitely against Aston Villa, definitely at Everton away, definitely at Liverpool away, definitely at Old Trafford away. I think these concerns are still there and they're prevalent. But again, he's never going to be the best thing since sliced bread overnight. I like what I'm seeing. And one thing I like about him, he's got elite mentality. He might not ever develop to a certain level, but he reacts well from his mistakes. And I like how he's confident, man. That's one thing I've liked. Most matches start at 1:15 a.m. in India. Can't get enough sleep. Bloody hell. Okay. Shout all the Indian fans. Bloody hell. Exactly. Commitment levels through the roof, man. Yo, bro. Big up and love from Dalston. Love. Big up you EastEnders, man. Liking the attacking lineup. Let's bang some goals. Hopefully the likes of Pepe can put on a show. He's got too much talent. Trust. Man called Cedric Ali. Do you mean to say Alibaba Cancelo? His thing don't drip, because again, I can see it's true. I see the angle, but it ain't got the same slappers to it, man. Shout out Cedric, but if he gave me your fitness, I can't lie, man. I back myself slightly. No, I'm capping, man. He's better, man. Cedric has good games and he's only right, but that actually overlaps. So yeah, he's not terrible, but it's rubbed. Like I never call him terrible. I just say rubbed. It's just rubby. Like it's just. You just know it's not the thing. Like you just know it's not levels. Everyone in their heart, I'm sure he's a cool guy. I mean, no malice, but it's just not levels. Maybe it's because I am a fullback at Sunday League level, and I just look at the fullback position more. But it's rubbed. Like I don't think you're good 1v1. Yeah, you overlap, but once you get into the final third, you're a decent crosser. But do you get any goals? Do you get any assists? Can I say you really create a threat? Overlapping is one thing. On the underlap, do you offer much? Are you difficult to beat 1v1? Do you track your runners well enough? Do you tuck in well enough? Do you cover well enough? How good are you in the air? Now, I'm terrible in the air, so I won't judge him on that. But, yeah, I can't lie. Sky Sports is sharing highlights of Daniel Neal. Again, Sunderland fans know more than me, but from what I can see in the highlights, he looks like someone we're going to have to look out for because he's capable of doing some special stuff. And again, it's a cup game, man. Cups are bookie. All it takes is one Sunderland goal, and we'll have to see what's happening. I hear you, man. Good evening, DG. Hope you're doing good. On the grind as usual. Got to respect it. Come on, Alex. You know me, man. Cedric, I already said that. Hope Nketiah pays back. Arteta's confidence in him. Trust. And I hope we do see that decent partnership today, eh? Ainsley, I don't know, man. I just have to say Ainsley's not in the squad, because Arteta feels everyone else in the matchday squad is more equipped to help him do what he needs to do, and that's advance to the next round of the cup. Sambi, unfortunately, has Sambi has Lokonga. That doesn't make sense. Sambi, unfortunately, has Corona. Sambi, Lokonga, Pablo Marie, and somebody said Callum Chambers as well. Have that as well. Wide gap between Cedric and Tomiyasu. Yeah, man. And I'm not going to use that as a stick to hit Cedric with pause. But yeah, man. Ainsley Maitland-Niles' illness is what you lot saying. So yeah, I hope he's genuinely ill. I hope that's not one of them, to play devil's advocate, them ambiguous ones. He's ill, you know. Maybe to play devil's advocate. I don't want to engage in conversation about it, people. You lot can if you want. Maybe we could have said Aubameyang was ill and kept doing the ill thing. We know Wenger used to love the ill thing. We know Mesut Ozil did. Is it a man legitimately ill? It is that time of year where the flu is smashing up everyone. You know, if that is, then fair enough. Or is it a next decision? If it's a next decision, it's a bit smart from Arteta to not kind of, you know, because if he said, I feel the other players are more deserving, or, you know, these are the stronger players, then immediately we know what time it is. So it kind of shuts up some conversation. Unless you're in Ainsley Maitland-Niles' clique, or you're in the know at Arsenal, he's missing out because of illness. Hopefully Patino gets minutes, 100%. Few mercenaries in the squad. When can Arsenal get rid of the deadwood? Bro. Apparently younger Dunn, Kimpomba and Patterson isn't even in Sunderland first time, bro. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Chambers didn't deserve to start. They're ill, bro. They're ill, bro. Arsenal playing a fairly strong side and bench, taking this game seriously. I mean, that's what I want to see, man. Hit the like button. I thought Tavares also played right back. Allegedly, he's able to do that, Keith. But for me, you're left-footed. You're a left back. Play left back. I feel we blur the lines a lot at Arsenal Football Club. Whether they, you know, we play a lot of players all about the place and they're never a master of one thing. Even if we look at midfielders, we try and make midfielders do all these different sort of roles and never make them good at one thing and then develop other Arsenals. So Tavares, lock down left back, and then when you lock that down and whatnot, then we start doing the Cancelo, the Aspilicueta sort of thing, playing you all over the place. I would love to see that because, again, it saves you some money, really. But right now, just do, you know, stay on that course first, lock that down, man. I mean, I wouldn't say Chelsea necessarily holding still. And is it any different? You know, we took Patino of Luton, really. You know, Luton, Charlton, QPR, spoiler alert, half of these Cat A and Premier League teams are taking the best young players, you know. You don't think Oldham and Rochdale and all them sides there, United, City, them man there don't just clap them players quickly. I'm so sure Mason Mount even played for Portsmouth for a period. Callum Hudson-Odoi was at Charlton. These things happen. This is the wild west. Chelsea are lucky in that they've got a fantastic sort of catchment area. They can do Surrey and surrounding areas. They can do up London. You know, their catchment area means they're allowed to just do a Mazda, really. Crazy, man. Do you think Ramsdale, instead of Okonkwo on the bench, say something about Mikel Arteta's confidence in Leno? Not really. I think maybe it's just naming the strongest squad he potentially can. But boy, you never know. Things could go left. Again, it's a cup game. God forbid if Leno gets injured again, what happens there? And we've got to remember, Leno, I know he's fit, but did he not have a calf strain or something? Like, again, I don't want it to happen, but there might be a reality where, again, touch wood, pause, that nothing happens. Ramsey, you have to call upon him. I'm not going to lie. In a cup game where it might go to pens, that can still happen. Are you going to trust after Okonkwo? I like him, but you got a lot to learn. And it's kind of, this is the football at the end of the day, but it's kind of unfortunate for a young lad. And again, for me, you looked a bit shaky against Rangers in pre-season. I don't think you're ready. I think you need to go on loan yourself and develop and whatnot. I didn't even realize Pepe is starting. Pepe going for the jugular. All right, man, I want to see it all, man. I want to see it all. Balogun needs a Smith Rowe type loan. Just playing consistent football, I'd say. You're right, still. Just logged in, whereas Ainsley's missing out due to illness once again. Ben White can play right back. It might get to that. He's the only one I got confidence with. If we have to do, I like what Chambers has played well at right back, but we always know that's not the thing. I would like Ainsley to kind of lock that down, but truthfully, that's not it. Cedric is probably the option I'm least on, to be respectful. Bro, my man is spamming. Chill, bro. Love for the super chat. Hopefully Patino's making his debut, but love for the super chat, my guy Vegas Gunner. First things first, love for that £5. Just got here, but wanted to wish you happy holidays. Right back at you and everyone else, my brother. Also, what do you think of Gabriel? Maybe a loan option for 6 months. Respect your opinion. I like him a lot, but you know, if you're talking about the one that's gone back to Brazil, it kind of you never really slapped in Europe like that. So I wouldn't be against it. He does look like a baller. He does look like he's developed, and Brazilian bias bring him to the club. But yeah, man. Big up my DG. Respect for the grind, loving the growth of your channel from a Spurs fan. It was going so well until you mentioned the Spurs thing. You know, I was thinking I actually like you. Now, on a serious note, I respect that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And best time to mention it. Tottenham versus West Ham. Watch along tomorrow, folks. Make sure you've hit the like button and set your reminders for that one there. I ain't gonna lie. I hope Hammers beat you, though. Obviously, it's not. I'm sure you're a cool guy. You think I'm a cool guy. This is just the life we live in, it, man. Is what it is. Big up DG. Long time since I've come to a watch along. Nate, what's all that about? Why weren't you here? What's all that about? Are you moving like Arsenal fans? Are they turn on the Bamian the minute you stop scoring? What's all that? You're gonna need to explain that one, bro. Now I'm playing. Appreciate you for tuning back in and returning. I hope all's well. Good evening, DG. Hope you're well. Man said Martial's always ill as well. Could have just said that Bamian's got back problems. True. But then again, you've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles, this girl who does love to be chatty on socials, which could probably do more harm than good, man. Pardon me. We hope Balogun scores today. We're all excited for Balogun today, man. No point for an inverted fullback. Harsh, man. Come on, Sunderland. Smash a top 4 teams. Big up DG. I ain't none of that. No giant killing things today, man. How comes Leno's been on the bench, but Okonkwo has been? Well, prior to my knowledge, you know, I've seen that, you know, Leno's been, we all know Leno's been carrying a knock in it, so there's not much he can go to. First Carabao game, cup game I haven't been to this season, but hey, can't get to them all, man. Balogun goal, Smith Rowe goal, Odegaard 2 assists. Whoever does the dirt, man, whoever does the dirt. Where's my, let me make sure I'm on the right channel as well. Am I on the right channel? Yeah, I am. Oh, shit. Where's that remote gone? This is why you shouldn't try multitask. How can I miss a whole table? It's wide enough. That was terrible, man. Terrible decision making. Pepe needs a loan. Probably by default, like, because no one's gonna copy him. It's gonna have to be a loan with an option to buy or something, but needy. First half is not too long from kickoff, people. It hasn't kicked off. I'm just making sure the timer works, which it does. Everything is cushy. If anyone drops a stinker, they're in the shop window, right? Especially if they're on the fringe. I mean, arguably, all of these guys are in the shop window. In an ideal situation, you'd love a decent offer to be placed for Nketiah in January and give Arsenal something to think about. You hope Balogun could find a decent loan if that's something that's going to happen. And, you know, you'd love for either Pepe could convince Arteta that he's still a half-decent player, or that situation can be resolved and whatnot. DG, thoughts on Premier League games potentially being played behind closed doors for the festive period? Shameless plug, but I did a stream on Twitch kind of about that. And I also re-uploaded it onto YouTube, which is out there for you guys. So I've just dropped a link to that. But yeah, I think it could give Arsenal the edge because our away form is poor. And I think part of it is because we struggle with the atmosphere in that. So we might be half decent, but it's probably the natural progression. It's probably kind of getting the best of both worlds, and that the football keeps continuing, and obviously people are safer. Who would I like to get in the semis? Anyone, man. There's big teams there. There's Leicester. In an ideal world, with the exception of West Ham going through, because I want them to, you'd hope Brentford do us a favour and go through. You'd hope Leicester go through instead of Liverpool. So I'd say Brentford, try to get revenge. I want to get through, Theo. First things first, you always want to go through. Of course, I would love a landslide and all of that. As much as I think it's Odegaard in the 8 was low-key hoping it's Smith Rowe. Trust me, but his time will come, man. And I think one thing I like is that Smith Rowe, he's nothing like Grealish in the sense of beyond the obvious, but he can play as an 8 with time. He can probably do a false 9 thing, which I'm not for. He's played in the 10 and played off the striker. So it's good for the development. You know, they said Smith Rowe can't play with Odegaard. They always say players should play in one role. I think that's the difference. When you've got someone like Smith Rowe that understands we understand he's a 10 and he understands that role, obviously still learning, then you can start playing around. It's just we've had players historically that they don't understand the first thing about being a right-sided fullback. So how are you going to play them left wing and all them things and all them sort of mad things? It's just business. Always got to keep on the grind, man. Evening, Rachel. Forget Cedric. Slap DG in there. Aye, man. Yeah, until you tell me to track back. You think I'm on the Tavares thing, where you think I just ain't got the engine to get back. You think I'm trying to track back if I got Odegaard and Smith Rowe and Pepe on the best of days? Shout out my guy Jamie. But before every Sunday league game we play, I always say, what, you're going to do the Xhaka roll, yeah? You're going to pull out to that left back roll, let me just fly forward. I only want to have to defend if I'm forced. I know it sounds bad, but yeah, man, I'm a hopeless romantic. It's like, when obviously if you play Sunday league, you got the guys who do the skillers and you got the people just below. I'm just below, but I always want to try and do things above my pay grade, man. That's how I ended up scoring that goal, man. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been trying to score, but I made for it. You think we should try to win this competition? Of course. We're in it. Why would we try to throw it, man? It wouldn't make sense. The boys are coming out. Sunderland leading. Do you think Arteta should sign a contract extension if he brings the Champions League next season? Oh, but, in terms of delivering results, I guess that's the mandate and has been the mandate. So you could say yes, but me personally, I think, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a right back. Saka's always been a right and left winger, just able to play everywhere. But I hear you. And that proves my point. Saka's able, he understands certain roles. Just him and Smith Rowe, they're my point. If they actually understand football and understand the roles, by all means, play them everywhere. Pep Guardiola, I don't even use Mendy as an example because he's a wrong one, but he's a fullback just like Lahm. You think Pep is gonna play play Mendy in the midfield? No, because he ain't got that intelligence. You need to have intelligence first. Man said, evening DG, won't be able to watch, just listen today. Thanks for the stream. Your match description is always spot on, except when you're shamelessly calling for dodgy fouls in the box for pens. I see, big up yourself for tuning back in each and every time. Me, I don't know. Who's that? Can you present some evidence? I don't know. I keep it fair, mate. I keep it fair. You got a call for everything, man. DG would do a job still, would be feeding Pepe. Yeah, man, for 35 minutes. Can we shave 20 minutes off that? In fact, shave 30 minutes off that. Last 5. Calm. This is Project Youth's biggest test. Nah, a bit harsh. Bit harsh. We've seen Smith Rowe. I mean, bit harsh. Very harsh. Respectfully, I don't think Sunderland's going to be their biggest test. Again, I say that respectfully. We're at 188 likes. To be there 2 minutes before kickoff is ridiculous. But if you have not hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're setting your reminders and all of them good things. We're 2 minutes before kickoff, people, for this game. Wow, look at Smith Rowe, man. He has scored 5 of our last 18 goals. That probably tells you where we're at as a club. Nothing to do with Smith Rowe. It's big up Smith Rowe, but he's been in this first team, literally a year. So that tells you maybe we could help these guys a bit more. Obviously, make sure you're hitting that like button, people. Just dropped a link for the stream tomorrow of Tottenham West Ham. Obviously, on that topic as well, people, we'll be reacting post-game here. But tomorrow at 11:30, we'll talk about the game again some more. Make sure you're doing that one. Check out the pinned message. We're a minute before kickoff. Let me make sure the time is working. It ain't started yet. I'm just paranoid about that. Lee Johnson, I can't lie, man. I like his scarf. I like the gloves. I like the coat. But I want you lot to send this guy up the motorway in tears. Arsenal will kick off the game, people. Kickoff is imminent. Rob Holding's the captain today. Come on, boys. Look at Balogun. He's focused, man. No emotion. Come on. Are you lot doing the knees or? Okay, doing the knee thing. Holding's captain. For anyone asking about captaincy, Holding's captain. He's better than Cannavaro. Rob Holding. Come on, ref. Keep up. Kickoff has happened, people. Arsenal against Sunderland. Come on, man. A place in the semi-final is there. Big up DG for calling out these meme page for that banter about Holding's bonnet. Obviously, I enjoy banter. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. But I just feel these lot always cry about mental health and then they're dissing Rooney, Holding, Townsend. Because at the end of the day, if a man or woman has insecurities about something and they've done something about it, why am I laughing at it? I enjoy the banter, but you got to think about it from a different perspective. I do think we live in a PG society and that where things that are funny, nobody is trying to be racist. No one's trying to, in certain incidences, no one's trying to be racist. No one's trying to marginalize against certain people. No one is trying to, advocate not looking after mental health. But yeah, man, is where it is. This game's kicked off and we're just a minute basically into it, or 53 seconds if you want to be a nerd. And it started off with a good pace, man. Again, we're going to have to ride this storm. Sunderland are going to be at it and they're going to want to spoil our day. I don't know if anybody saw that, but early on, did you see Martin Odegaard telling his team to get further up the pitch? Ref, come on, man. Look how big he is. Eddie and Nketiah never fouled him. Come on, ref. I'm loving the tempo so far. Smith Rowe. Rob Holding. Good ball out to Eddie and Nketiah. Balogun, apologies. Oi. Balogun's lost it. See, physically, that's what we're talking about. Under 23s, you get away with that. Got muscled out there. And it's here with Sunderland in possession. We should see goals today. Long ball. This is what they're going to do, man. Now it's what we do with it. Come on, get the ball quickly. Someone show for it. Benjamin Blanco is doing his thing. This did not sell out. No, but the announcer's going to still say 40,000. Cedric taking this throw on this right-hand side for Arsenal. I like his boots. I said I like his boots. If you're trying to get DG something for Christmas, I'll take some vapors. Pepe couldn't get the ball under control. Tavares wins the header. Balogun, go. Good touch. Go, Balogun. Where's his options? Get your head up, big man. Get your head up. Didn't get your head up. Like I said, 23's football. You can do that. Smith Rowe fortunately recovers the ball for us. Balogun needed to get his head up 10 years before it happened. Cedric, be like your countryman Cancelo, bang it. He gives it to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard to Eddie. Too easy. Eddie's lost it. He's tried to retrieve it. And Sunderland get out of there. To be fair, that's a good spell of possession from Sunderland. And they've got out of there just fine, really. They need to believe. That's a good ball. Good play from Sunderland. And they're attacking our box now. It's on this left-hand side. Cedric stopped the cross. It's not like he wanted to stop the cross against Leeds. Holding headers it out. That's good play from Sunderland. Sunderland might just do a thing here. Leno makes his first save of the day. Ultimately, it's a tame shot by the ex-Spurs man, Pritchard. But Sunderland are not here to just sit here and admire Arsenal. So, again, 3 minutes is hardly any real time to dictate the tempo. But it started off as a bit of a typical cup game. There's a bit of an edge. There's a bit of a bite. Martin Odegaard receiving the ball on this right-hand side. And he's going to have to come very deep for that ball because I don't think Cedric's going to hit you too many times. Pardon me, Cedric. I like that he tried to play forward, but hit a teammate. Blind pass. Hey, man, apologies if I'm ahead of your stream. I have the benefit of watching it on TV. Anyone that needs a stream, make sure you're hitting up people in the chat, people. Again, if you're watching this on the stream and you're not helping, then unexpected high bills. And then they wins a header. Smith Rowe. Not to overrate Smith Rowe, but the only person that could say they're better than him is Saka or Martinelli. I think they're the best 3 players in the league, really. Cedric. And then after that, it's probably Gabriel. Benjamin White, lovely pass. Ref, he's not offside. Ref, offside where? Probably was offside, people. I don't know why I'm still shamelessly calling for it. Pepe was offside, but Benjamin White looking for him. Probably, can we get it on the floor and play a bit more ball? There's nothing, if you're not watching this, there's nothing of note to really tell you at this moment in time. I just forgot I need to be making stamps of this. Sunderland trying to play out from the back. I don't expect us to play as fluid as we can. And I think Arteta probably sees making somewhat wholesale changes. You are going to lose a bit of that edge and that attacking quality. That's one thing I think beyond everything that probably tipped Odegaard and Smith Rowe's inclusion. Benjamin White, Cedric kind of puts Ben White in under pressure there. Ben White gives away a cheap pass. You could see that coming. El Nene, please get it back to Leno. El Nene, yo! Oh, that's a pen, you know. The ref said no. I can't lie. I think Sunderland should have had a pen. If that's Prem, I think that's a pen. We better hope there's no VAR there. We need to wake up. And here we go with Balogun on this right-hand side. Left-hand side, apologies. Sunderland's right. Balogun, get your head up. 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 Didn't get his head up. You can't do that. There's a million options, and he tries to bang it in with his right peg. The opportunity will present itself. Stop forcing it. You're playing first-team football now. Cedric. Good cross by Cedric, man. Nketiah gets up, but you can't get any elevation. No penny dropped. Hey, man, I have to see it again. I have to see it again. It looked like El Nene tripped him still. I can't cap. Nah, he conned me. He conned me as well. You might wait. Let's see. It starts from outside the area anyway, so it should be a free kick. El Nene's caught him slightly, but El Nene's pulled him back. It should have been a free kick on reflection. It started outside the area and kept going. He had me. Oh, God. Big up Jason for being on the ball there. 6 minutes into this game is still 0-0. You know, it's an even contest. There's the blood and fire and all them things there are displayed. We need to probably sort out our first touches. Pepe is chasing his first touch. Him and Cedric did a pull in there. Cedric eating grass. And Sunderland tried to play out here. Rob holding onto it. Tavares mops up. Come on, boys. Get up, Pritchard, man. Nothing happened to you, Spurs cunt, man. Get up. Apologies, people. Get up, man. Do you know what? I thought we would probably see Nketiah and Balogun swapping in that role. Or maybe Nketiah because he seems a bit more advanced. But Balogun at 23's level, he peels out into that left-hand channel a lot with no problems. Obviously, this is why he needs to play in it, Carl. You're going to still try the under 23's thing. It's not banging. I hope it bangs, but that was silly. You could see what he wanted to do. He's fashioning a shot, and he literally had 5 passes on. Now, again, if you do these things, this is why you might not get a look in. This is why you need to go on loan. But I would love Balogun to, you know, get a look in the first team and do his thing, and no need for a loan. But yeah, good playing out from the back here. El Nene has found Ben White. Rob Holding, apologies. Rob Holding, probably wish I kept calling him Ben White because he's lost the ball. Smith Rowe, ref. I can't. That's a very cheap foul for Sunderland to give away. It gets us higher up the field. We look a bit lethargic, if I had to explain. You know, you can tell which players not had much footy. Get some passes going. Pepe on this right-hand side. Make him dance. Pepe, that's terrible, man. Can't find Odegaard, and it's an Arsenal throw. Need to get it going. Need to wake up a bit, man. Just need to raise the standards. Odegaard, Cedric. Oi, Cruyff turn. That's what you need to do, Cedric. Martin Odegaard. Gonna need you and Smith Rowe to probably overcompensate today. Tavares, you as well. I don't even know what skill that was. Tavares trick. Balogun puts a cross in. Not the bad. That's what you need to do. The intention was good. The application wasn't quite. Tavares and Nketiah. Ref. Come on, let's reset. Let's reset. No foul. Well in Odegaard and El Nene. They were onto that. Cedric. We've got Sunderland in their own half now. Everyone just got to raise it a bit. Pepe puts a cross in. It's a tired one, really. Sunderland haven't exactly cleared their lines, and that's a free header for a Sunderland, man. Why is everyone waiting for it to drop? We knew what to expect with Sunderland in their own half, and we've given the ball away. Great. We just got to raise the quality a bit, man. Can see ring rust, I would say, for a couple of players. The first touches, the first five-yard pass in this opening 10 minutes just ain't been there, really. But yeah, I can't lie. All the guys looking up for this. Smith Rowe's looking up for this. To be fair, Balogun's putting himself about. Sunderland have done that. Sunderland have beat our press way too easily, and it's free against free. Rob Holding. Ben White, apologies. Gets there. You know, that's one thing. Sunderland are getting forward too easily. Benjamin White, fantastic playing out from the back. Again, I said that. I spoke too soon. He was trying to do the Hollywood thing. It was good playing out from the back. He gives it away cheaply after that. To be fair, I always get on to Cedric for not tucking in. He was the only one kind of trying to be tucked in there. Getting beaten too easily on the transition. Tavares. To be honest, this is the most withdrawn I've seen Tavares in 10 minutes at Arsenal. Like, he hasn't really flung forward, and maybe that's because he's not confident in what's going on around him. Pepe, Odegaard, Cedric, not the best of passes. It's all in front of Sunderland. Ambitious pass by Odegaard. He's actually got it through to Ballin. Ref, that's ours. Thank you. Sunderland have a low block. Balogun showing for it. Probably want him to. I'd want to probably see him and Nketiah just swap for a bit. But it's good for Balogun's education. You know, Wenger used to always put them little cams when they were coming through, play them out. Obviously, he's not a cam, but put him out wide just so they get a different sort of experience for when they move back inside. It's good for his education, just playing. And as you can see there, you know, Balogun is coming off the flanks because you're seeing Tavares and Smith Rowe kind of do it. There's them little things I like from Arteta. Tavares, Smith Rowe, Balogun. Oh, ref, that was going to be a clampers, but Smith Rowe, Balogun, and Tavares have done really well. Tavares, it's hit the crossbar. Pepe has been blocked. Inadvertently, Tavares pass has cracked the crossbar. But first bit of quality from those three men, two Highlanders, and obviously my man. See, you know what we always do. Third man runs. Tavares, Smith Rowe, and Balogun getting involved there. It's come down the left-hand side. It's inadvertently hit a Sunderland man, cracked off the crossbar. Pepe's tried to have a follow-up shot. It's hit a Sunderland man, and that should be a corner. First bit of quality, I would say. It's taking 12 minutes. Arsenal corner. Cedric taking him. Oh, Lord. All right. Taking it short. Nketiah. Cedric. Odegaard going to get finesse for that. Almost got finesse for it. Smith Rowe saves the day. Nketiah, pull it in. Bro, delivers. Hey, outside the boot from Cedric. It's not been dealt with by Sunderland. Go down, ref. That's ours. It's a Sunderland foul. You could see he was looking for it. That's where you want an Arsenal man to get there and go to ground very quickly. That's how you get a pen. You know, nice to see the set piece routines, but that was tired. Cedric outside the area cross. Holdings tried to hit it. Balogun's fouled his man. He's looking for the foul. Again, this is where Balogun has to learn. Press. See, look, Sunderland, when we're pressing, they can't get out. But for Sunderland, it's about winning the 10-minute battles. And the longer Arsenal don't score, the more confidence they're going to get. Come on, he's sharing for Cedric. Come on. Nketiah. Fuck you know. That first touch, horrible. Again, good foul by Pritchard. Gets them further up the field. Sunderland in possession. It's here with their centre-backs as they look to build from their own half. I mean, they're passing between our lines. It's too easy on our transitions, man. Allowing them to build confidence. Probably going to need to rely on the subs, if I'm honest with you. Sunderland still have the ball here in their own half. And they found a good pass. They're cutting us open. I'll be real with you. That's a good ball for their striker. It hasn't worked out. Leno takes it first time and he finds Balogun. Go on, Balogun. Let's get us further up the field. But even him, there's a sea of yellow shirts. There's only 4 Arsenal shirts. Finds Tavares. Tavares, that's not the worst of balls. Sunderland man deals with it. El Nene wins the header. Not a very good one, but it's here with Smith Rowe on this left-hand side. Need a bit more movement for the men in possession. Tavares, can he put a cross in? Doesn't. Cuts back, plays it to El Nene. Great throw by Leno, man. Distributing it first time. Very good throw. If that was Ramsdale, everyone would be guessing. Pardon me. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Rob Holding has found Pepe. I mean, should we put Pepe on this left-hand side? That's not a foul, Pepe. Pepe is very fortunate to get that foul. Oh, God. He's gone looking for it. Very soft foul. He's gone looking for it. I think that's a very soft one to give us. Doing okay. We're not doing bad, but you know, we haven't put their keeper under any real pressure. We haven't, you know, we need to allow them to build confidence. As I said, from what's been shown in this 15 minutes, you're probably happier if you're a Sunderland fan because you're not a goal down. You know, Arsenal are on paper right now a top 4 side. You haven't seen that right now. Cedric and Martin Odegaard over this set piece, people, on this right-hand side. Holding Ben White. Come on, man. Someone put their head on that. Martin Odegaard to the back stick. Corner. Cedric to take this corner. We're going to swing this one in normally. Cedric to take this corner, folks. Cedric delivers. Yeah! Oh, it's a big save, Nketiah! He hasn't known anything about it. Nketiah, he hasn't known anything about it, but that's why he's a fox in the box. His phone line always rings when it comes to this sort of competition. This is his competition. Some more zeros have been thrown on that contract prospectively. This is why Mikel Arteta has him. You know, and this is why I wanted us to swing a corner in, man. We finally swing a corner in. Cedric swings it in. It's actual good play by Holding to get his head on that. Keeper's done well to get a good reaction save, but he's palmed it into the path of Nketiah. I think he's actually hit it off Nketiah. I think Nketiah's just tried to react. He ain't even got time. It doesn't matter how you score. It just that you score. And Eddie gives us lift off, people. Arsenal 1, Sunderland 0, and Nketiah has scored. Now that we finally, you know, killed some sort of confidence that Sunderland may have had, can we actually score some goals that are worked well, to be fair? Can we get some more now, man? Kill their confidence. Shout out Sunderland, because Sunderland have done well. They've knocked it about when the opportunities arisen. They've tried to play. You know, I can't lie, their lack of quality has probably let them down for that goal they've conceded, but they've still tried to play, really. You know, to be fair to Sunderland, they're battling, tried to play. They're not coming in being like little pussycats. Look, they're trying to knock the ball, and look, Cedric's going to have to deal with that. That's a good ball into Neil. He's about to rip Cedric. It's a step over. Hey, Lord God. It's coming like some of you lot people with your left pegs, but that's a warning sign. Again, Holding, telling Cedric pattern. Fox in the box hype. Aye, man. Trust me. Can we get an offer in Jan? Love for the super chat. Appreciate the stream. Big Arsenal fan in the USA. Excited to see Balogun in action. Really want to see that kid win. Come on, Arsenal. Keep Nketiah. I mean, I'm open to keeping Nketiah on a new contract, loaning him out and making some P's or seeing if he can become something. But where we're at right now, he needs to go. Tavares has lost the ball on a rather sloppy one. Rob Holding is save man again. But Arsenal are making a mess. We need to keep the standards up. Is that Rob Holding or Van Dijk? Cruyff turns and that. I told man he's better than Cannavaro. That's why he's captaining. I'm not going to lie. It weren't the best of clearances, but he gets out of there. He's showing Mikel Arteta that he can play with his feet as well. Trying to become a Ben White stun double. Ben White's done very well to block a shot there. As I said, Sunderland are battling. Ref, he broke his leg. And we might be able to do something there. That's good from Sunderland's defender to stop Pepe there. He was giving me Sierra Oscar vibes there. Sierra Oscar. But yeah, they deal with that. The game's opening up. It's an enjoyable game. I'm not going to lie. I don't feel like Arsenal are going to lose. For good luck. But yeah, I think, you know, if we don't keep our standards up and remain focused, we might end up conceding. Pepe about to get clamped. Ref, that's a yellow. He broke his leg there. Come on, how many? How many, ref? I love it, Benjamin White. Asking him how many. Shout El Nene. This ref's a fed, but he's like, go away, mate. Thank you, referee. Come on. That's how many? Look at him, barely. Lee Johnson being warned by the ref. And to be fair, when you see your manager getting in trouble, when I used to see my manager in Sunday League getting in trouble by the ref, that used to gas me. Like, the gaffer's moving mad. We all got to move mad. And well, it's a cup game. Again, Sunderland are still in this game. Again, I admire what they're doing. They're not moving like pussycats. They're pressing in groups. They remain switched on defensively. You know, we can't really break them down. We're losing the ball just like Odegaard there cheaply. Pepe, well in, Pepe. Well in. He's put out. That's a hospital pass to El Nene. It's not pretty, but we've dealt with it. And it's over here with Tavares, people. Tavares. Always like when he's on the ball. Good surgery run by Tavares. Oh, he's chopped it. And he sprayed it with his right foot. Pepe, come on. You letting Tavares show you up. Hit some skillers, man. Find Cedric. Cedric delivers. Let's score that. Oh, Balogun. Balo. I've seen you slap that in at 23's level. That was a good move from us, and that deserved to be a finish. Credit where due. Cedric, Pepe, very good in the build-up. So good cross by Cedric. He stood up to the back post. I think Balogun must have closed his eyes. I don't know. Or maybe he saw his name in lights. He saw the galley that's going to DM him once he scores. I don't know. I've seen Balogun bag that at 23's level. Unlucky Balogun, but you're doing the right things. You know, the quality hasn't always been there from Balogun at times, but he's doing the right things. He's popping up in the right positions. That's always what you want from these young players. Rob Holding. I felt he was fouled there, ref. Here with Rob Holding. Bro, the camera's not being clear. I'm sorry, Ben White. El Nene. Leno. To be fair, Leno's not had much to do. Ref, hands all over Nketiah there, ref. Almost broke his arm. What's all that? Come on, boys. Winchester in possession. Plays it back to his centre halves. You know, obviously, it's only 1-0, boys. 0-0, as they say. Pritchard. Sunderland doing well, man. They just probably can't have that added bit of quality, but they're holding on to it. Obviously, because we're not playing our strongest team, we're not really pressing in groups. Here it is, Pepe. Let's do it now. This is where we get it now. He's nervous. He don't want it. I told man he don't want it. It's gone. This shouldn't be free. Smith Rowe, play it. Balogun, you're on. Balo. You've got to score that. That needs to be 2-0. I'm sorry, boys. Everyone. This shouldn't be free, this live stream. I told you that's where we win it. That's where we won it. And Sunderland are under counter-attack. We've got to score that. Balogun has to score that. Leno collects from an attempted cross. I'll be real. I've seen Balogun. He should have a brace right now. Because I know he's got the quality to bag them chances. I've seen him do it. But this is the levels. 1-0 to Arsenal. You know, we've started to wake up a bit. I think it's taken 20 minutes, you know. Had a better period now. We've woken up. Better on the ball as well. Good pressing from Pepe. I told man that's where he win it. You could see in his face he didn't want that. Make sure you're smashing the like button if you haven't already, folks. Xmas greetings, DG. All the best for 2022. Philip, right back at you and everyone listening. Balogun on this left-hand side. Tavares. El Nene once. El Nene turn. Fair enough. Backwards, we'll take that. My Sunderland boys are giving their rule. And that's what you want in a cup. Come on, like someone said, there's 7,000 Sunderland fans. And to be fair, the Emirates isn't the loudest. I'm pretty sure they're probably the louder of the fan bases. Respectfully, Arsenal fans. Leno in possession. Smith Rowe knocks it to Holding. Ref, come on. That's a yellow. How many times? That's a yellow, ref. How many times has that brother done that? I'm acting, people. This is like the first time he's done that. I don't know why I'm acting like the ref can hear me, but I love to live every minute. I'd be one of them managers. Benjamin White in possession. Yeah, he don't really want to give it to Cedric still. To be fair, Tomiyasu said he don't really like passing to him, so it might not be nothing to do with it. He's giving it to Cedric, though. Cedric, what are you saying? Pepe, burn him. Pepe, he's there. He's on the yellow. He don't want it. Odegaard, Pepe, Cedric. Whips the crossing. Cedric, I don't even think that was a bad ball to play, but no one was on the angle. El Nene. Flick on by Nketiah doesn't come off, and Pritchard can lead a counter attack for Sunderland, or not, because they've elected to go home. Look, they don't want it now. Go on, Odegaard. This is where we win it. We should be winning it there. Where is Cedric? Cedric, you're looking around. You're the right back. Sunderland breaking down this left-hand side. It's 2 Sunderland men against 5 Arsenal shirts, so they have a decent opportunity here. They still have possession. It's on the edge of the area. Pritchard to nil. Be strong, El Nene, for me. Be strong. No cross. No cross. There is a cross. It stood up to the back post. Rob Holding, again, convincing header. Yeah, it is Rob Holding. And again, Odegaard getting on to Cedric. Come on, boys. Strong header from Holding. Second time, Holding's had some good defensive actions. I mean, it's going to happen, man. He needs to breathe, but at the same time, you know, it's expected from a young man. As I was saying before the game, what I hope is that Balogun ain't dwelling on them chances. I said it. Fuck it. You missed 2 chances. You bagged the third. Keep going. This is the levels. I like that Balogun is getting in the right areas. Tavares, keep your standards. He almost loses it. But then he just does 2 chops and you forget all about it. And he finds Odegaard. Odegaard to Pepe. Fair play, Cedric. You're overlapping in that. Pepe. Cedric. All right, come on. Nketiah is called for that. Cut back. Finish! Yes! I can't lie. It was a mookie finish, but Pepe's done it. Good play from Pepe and Cedric. Cedric's trying to get man of the match still. Yes. Yes. Lee Johnson's got it all to do. 0-0, boys. 0-0, boys. And again, Odegaard involved, people. Lovely play from us in the 27th, 26th minute or something. Lovely from Pepe. Odegaard. Cedric. Love it. And again, it's scruffy. I don't care how it goes in. I want more. It's good play down this right-hand side. Sunderland's left. We've done what we've needed to do there. It's taking a deflection, but it all counts. I'm not going to be shameless, but again, we might be able to sit here in the post-game reaction and say, boy, you know what? That's his 2nd goal of the season in the FA, in the Carabao Cup. Arteta, can you utilize him and give him some minutes and all of those shameless things we want to do? Sunderland might be crumbling here. Tavares. I want to see a bit more Tavares going forward. I can't lie, man. The one game I want to see you do that. And before the game, I thought we was going to see that. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't feel confident. Maybe Arteta has told him not to do that. But yeah, man, I ain't really seen him fly forward enough like I normally do. He's got forward, obviously. But yeah, man, he hasn't really provided that width. Maybe he's been told not to do that. Nonetheless, it's 2-0, people. Right back overlapping. It's brazy, man. Pepe looked at Arteta, as you would do, man. Paul, apologies for hearing about that COVID stuff, man. Hope you're on the mend. I hope you're doing well and safe, man. First things first. We do look all right, man. Shameless, man. Is that how good we're moving, that we don't even have to put our record signings in the first team? They say they want us to move like a big club and that. You know, Cedric and Pepe overload so far making the difference, man. I would actually say Odegaard, Holding, Cedric, Odegaard, Pepe, sorry. Balogun chances. We're here on this left-hand side. Tavares again. Tavares need a bit more from Tavares. Need more from there. If I'm real, I'd say I need a bit more from El Nene within your capabilities. Want a bit more from Tavares. Smith Rowe's been about, but I want to see a bit more from him. I understand if you're taking today off, my guy. But yeah. I mean, winning the Carabao Cup, if you follow me on Football Manager, but hey, it's not an easy thing to do. I can tell you that. Unlucky. Smith Rowe tries to play a pass for the on-rushing Balogun and then wins it back. El Nene, come on, let's do this at pace. They can't cope when you, man, do things fast. Come on now, man. Let's smell blood. Odegaard does very well there. Tavares, come on. Smith Rowe, you know what to do. Balogun on your bike. Balogun hugging the touchline. Balogun, think about it. Think about it. Is that the right thing to do? Thank you for checking back. Do the simple things. Well in. El Nene, that touch was horrible, but it's all cool. Smith Rowe. Oh, that touch wasn't any better. That's poor from you. You're better than that. And Sunderland can break. Come on, boys. It's not 5-0. No foul. Ref, that's not a foul. Thank you very much. You said play on. That's good refereeing. And it's actually helped Sunderland. Sunderland. Oh, we need Leno. It's 2-1. Oh, it's a good counter attack. That's all come from Smith Rowe losing the ball. It felt like Benjamin White was going to make something happen. And to be fair, Sunderland deserved that. I said the next goal is crucial. They've made that a case. They're still in with a shout. And again, for the 7,000 Sunderland fans, at least if nothing more, they have something to go home with. Arsenal need to wake up. That is very sloppy. Again, one has to say, where is Cedric? Where is Cedric? Where is Cedric? Where is Cedric? How many times has that happened before that goal has come in? Smith Rowe's lost the ball. Loses it cheap. Once again, too easy on transition. Cedric once again not tucked in. I feel sorry for it because that's the game you play when you go forward. But how many times today have I sat here and said that? If you don't hear in life, you must feel. And look at Johnson trying to gas them. Don't let this Johnson brother beat us, because I don't want him to talk West. Good finish, bad boy finish, and we could be in here. I bang it. Keepers in no man's land, boys. The next goal is crucial. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually considering Granit Xhaka, I think you might have to throw on Granit Xhaka in this game at some point. Smith Rowe. Poor pass from him. Balogun. I like the attempted skill. That's a corner though, ref. That almost was good play from us, man. Almost cut them open with one long pass. Ramsdale saves that. I'm sorry. Pepe could have closed. Before it gets to Leno, I'm looking at other players in it, because that's one where it's a poor phase of play. White does have to be tired. Bro, you're right. Too open in the middle. DG maybe feels like El Nene's on his own, and Sunderland could be in again. The goal scorer. What can he do? Oh, Tavares has saved me. I love you, mate. But we haven't dealt with it. Boys, get it together. What's going on? Once again, too open in the middle. And that's something, to be fair, whether it's been our strongest team or not, it's too open. And this is why if you're going to play all these attacking players, you need to double down on the creativity. Cedric, Pepe's in the right position, but he's not following runners. Cedric in no man's land. Ben White needs to be tighter. Smith Rowe's lost the ball. And Sunderland got the bit between their teeth and they look to hit forward here. Pritchard. It's working it here on this right-hand side with Sunderland. Leno could do a lot better. It's just, it's terrible, man. Sunderland coming forward inadvertently. They're knocking it about. It's our turn to sit in our own half. I told you it's not going to be as one-sided as you think. Balogun wins the header. Smith Rowe, that could be a Sunderland foul, mind you. And Sunderland could have another opportunity. Leno, fuck's sake, man. You don't need to even... That's not even... Big up you for saving it, but that's them things I talk about, gassing it. There's no need. Making it look bare dramatic, man. You probably could have just taken a touch. It should just be a standard save, man. And I said Cedric social distancing. Shout out to him for that. 255 likes. Nah, man, because I even say when Ramsdale does that, man, look at the positioning before they've made the save. That's why they've had to do that dramatic thing. Right, Odegaard and Cedric and whatnot holding hands. I hear it. Pritchard to take the corner. It's a good corner. Tavares defensively has done well. It's another Sunderland corner here. Shouldn't have to be a second half thing, Now you're gonna have to bring on Saka, Xhaka, and whatnot. I mean, it's a Sunderland corner. Pepe, why are you booting the ball out there? Just stay switched on and do what you're doing. What are you doing? Let them get the ball. Hit the likes, as my guy Paul has said. Another corner for Sunderland. Pritchard over it. I mean, they've got 2 late runners. Let's see what's happening. Holding is pointing. It's someone not being picked up. It's to the back stick. Smith Rowe wallops it. Clear our lines, boys. Pepe chases his first touch. I mean, we're out of what we was. And Nketiah leads the press. 10 minutes until half time. People hit the like button if you haven't. Sunderland giving us pressure, and it's here with Pritchard. He can't get his crossing. Paul's giving them confidence. Look at them bopping. And it's here again. And this is why it's all about belief. So I should have wrapped this up. I mean, a lot of these players look like they've got other things to do, man. Like they could have been out doing other things today, if I'm honest with you. I think that should be it is a Sunderland foul. And Nketiah and Smith Rowe are both bugging out there. Love the video from a United fan. Appreciate that, Bruno. Just, you know what? We just have to forgive ourselves. We've conceded a stupid goal. Keep it going. The next goal is crucial in this game. The next goal is vital, folks. The last 10 minutes has been a mazzle. What you don't want to do is let it continue like this. They get into half time and then, you know, because they've been thinking Arsenal overrated. You're a bunch of overpaid, overrated pussies. Because that's what I'm not trying to be harsh to us. That's what we'd all be saying if we're in the Sunderland group to galvanize them. And that's a fantastic ball. That should be 2-2. That should be 2-2. That should be 2-2. You know, Pritchard, he can't believe it either. I believe that's Flanagan free header. It should be 2-2. Should be 2-2. Free header. Free header. What's going on? We're looking at the flag. The flag ain't coming, bro. Lucky there. Very lucky. Sunderland's getting more. Exactly. Again, you got, like in life, they tell you, be fearful of someone who's got nothing to lose. What have Sunderland got to lose? If they lose today, that's it. No one expected them to win. If we lose, what do you think is going to be said about Arsenal? Looks like we've got, well, it looked like we was doing something else there. With like 2 up front and then 3 behind them in Smith Rowe, Pepe. If he was offside, fair enough. But again, warning signs. What's going on, Sky? We relying on what? I swear it was against Everton that we was relying on offsides. You know what happens when you rely on VAR to save you if there's even VAR in this competition or offsides. El Nene, bloody hell, man. You're not helping Tavares. Tavares, holding. Leno aimlessly swiping his left peg at it. It's not helping. Smith Rowe losing out. Suddenly we're looking like Arsenal last season, man. Crumbling. Just weather the storm. Smith Rowe in possession. There's no point dribbling. Relax. Thank you. Thank you. Relax. Switch. Find Odegaard. Thank you, Odegaard. You know what to do. Pepe, I hope you know what to do. Fair play. Ooh, overhit that. Cedric's done well. Come on. Eddie, you need to jump and go down there. El Nene. Is it El Nene versus Barca? Box the opportunity to shoot. Pepe puts it into the box. Bloody hell, Peps. You can see he hasn't been playing. Oh, it's a fight here. Smith Rowe's losing too much of these physical battles, man. Well in though. Get back, gang. Holding, simple. Thank you. Leno, come on. The ball needed to go 10 years ago. Come on, Cedric. Oh, this is my pet peeve about Arsenal. What's the point? Like, they didn't need to go to you. Ben White asked for the ball. You could have kept making that run forward. Why did you stay there just to get back to him? And now we're gonna have Ben White typically overcompensating because Odegaard needs to stay forward because again, there's a disconnect. That's a good outside the foot pass from Cedric into Pepe. Pepe's done well. Ref, fucking hell, ref, what do you mean? Ref says get up. He's clearly tried to go. Then he should have just went down. Oh God. This is why I tell man to go down. He's tried to stay on his feet. Evidently pulled. Anywhere else on the pitch, you're giving a free kick. Nonetheless, Arsenal are in possession, people. Smith Rowe, 5 minutes until half time. Balogun in possession. That touch was horrible. Tavares. And ref, are you taking note of this? Look at him kicking up Balogun. And, you know, the ref, to be fair, has made a note of it. Ben White wants to pass it. The only one showing for it is Pepe. Lord God. Ben White. Rob Holding. Tavares. Good pass. Odegaard. Good flick. Good reading of the game by the Sunderland man. Come on. Nketiah, that first touch. Come on, man. That Sunderland number 6 is nervous on the ball, man. That's a weak area. Sunderland throw. Balogun ain't ready for the first team and is too good for the academy. Alone is a perfect option. Balogun ain't done nothing so far. Not Balogun slander, but why do fans gas him so much? I don't know. A lot of fans gas up a lot of players and they ain't watched him for 2 minutes. They ain't watched a lot of them for 2 minutes. But you can't, you know, you can't call for these young players to play and then be shocked when they're not performing because they're still learning. You know, it's not going to always be the fantasy thing. Don't think VAR in this competition. Pepe was strong. He stayed on his feet. And Nketiah's put a ball in. It's over here. I think we need more halftime more than Sunderland, really. If I'm honest with you. If you're a Sunderland fan, Monday the 27th of December, they'll be playing against Doncaster. Doncaster away for Sunderland fans. He's been given a chance, man, but he's a young man now. How many Arsenal starts does he have? I can't expect him to, as much as it's a big thing, you know, this might as well be a Champions League game for him. How many times is he lining up against a League One side, much less those who are third in the table? Rob Holding dealing with the business. Well in. Cedric. Pepe. You know, I actually think we got to get Granit Xhaka on, if I'm honest with you. I'll be tempted to, you know, I don't want to do it, but I'm tempted. Balogun off, Smith Rowe go out there, get Granit Xhaka on still. Balogun. It's a good education for Balogun off this left-hand side. Tavares, good trickery. Go down. Good surge and run. But there's hardly anyone in the box. Cut back, puts his right peg on it. Odegaard. It falls. Pepe does well. Come on, boys. Cedric. Pepe. On the edge of Sunderland's area. El Nene versus Barca. No, it's not going to quite be that movie. Cedric, can he deliver? He finds Pepe. Pepe flicks it on. He's taking it inadvertently, of course. Smith Rowe wallops it with his left foot. Why, my word. Asks a good question of the goalie. The Sunderland keeper obliges. I'm going to say that was a skill from Holding. He meant to do that. Ball's gone off. There's a Sunderland man down. Fuck off, man. You've been on the floor for how long? This ain't got nothing to do with us. I'm going to say Holding meant to do that skill. Boy. Smith Rowe was trying to do, you know, you've seen him do it at Old Trafford against a quality keeper in De Gea outside the area and that. Have to gas it a bit. We know De Gea was down, but you get me? Smith Rowe's a lovely baller, man. Struggling right now, in my opinion, though. Man still down for Sunderland. Come off the pitch if you're down, man. What happened to this broadhead brother, man? What happened to you? I don't know what happened to him, man. But anyways. Looks like he's done his hamstring or something. And the thing is, it's becoming predictable with Pepe and Thingy down that side, man. Balogun does not have the right football intelligence to play in top right football. Is it, man? I forgot on loan. Balogun needs a loan badly. His game has to mature before he becomes anything for us. And this is why fans can't draw conclusions on a guy where they've just, you can't keep gassing up just playing random Europa League games. The guy needs time. I don't think he's been as bad as some of the comments are making out, but young, inexperienced substitution, by the way, for Sunderland. Young, inexperienced player, looks young and inexperienced and out of his depth. This is a good thing for me. It's not always about scoring hat tricks and braces at them levels there. The main thing has been decision making. He's in the right areas, but decision making. That's what at any level. That's what makes the difference. Decision making. Why do you think Raheem Sterling has scored more goals? Yeah, he's become a better player, but decision making isn't always just the pass or the shot. It's about let me make that run because of X, Y. The best footballers, speed of thought. Way before you talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, speed of thought. Messi, speed of thought. All of their midfield maestros, the speed in which they think to do these things. Sunderland attacking down this right-hand side. I thought that was a foul for them. Cedric looks like he's going to play himself in problems. Does well to clear it, but again, it doesn't go to anything. And Sunderland still have sustained possession. And I mean, there you need it from Leno and Ben White communicate, man. And you can see Ben White, what is that? Fuck is that? And you can hear him saying, get out to people. Communication problems. Doesn't look like we're communicating, to be fair. Sunderland have taken the corner quickly. We're into added on time. It's floated up to the back stick. Rob Holding's won the header. Is still alive. It's still alive. No cross. Flanagan. Smith Rowe. No cross. No cross. Bit well in. No cross again. Balogun, you should have read it. He can't have two men. No cross, Balogun. He's come inside. And again, press that. That's your man, Balogun. Pritchard shoots. Leno holds on to it. Leno, stay as low as you can for me. Wind down the clock. Get into halftime, and you lot need to do a lot more than this. I mean, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I have to assume is something you're not doing on the field, man, in the training ground, because there's no reason why you might not have been able to play today. Starting to feel for me, halftime, not that I would rush Balogun off. This is good for his education, but if we're talking about, for me, on a ruthless thing, I'd say Xhaka for Balogun. Smith Rowe go out there. I mean, we do have the lead. And I mean, this is why certain people, you lot were quick to label Balogun's a wonder kid. Don't be so quick to write him off. Don't be so quick to write decisions on, man. But too many people don't care. It's like Saliba. Respectfully, he's going to be a good defender. He is a good defender. But everybody cares about that little tackle against Mbappe. It was a great tackle. No one really cares about when he's done the clangers in Europa League and that, because it doesn't sound good. My point isn't to rain on anyone's parade. It's to say these men are human, They've got a long way to go. People build up these young players and then they're surprised. And it's not just at Arsenal. I see it at United. I see it at Chelsea. I see it at every damn club. Can understand the Balogun comments. I think some of them are a bit OTT. Like, a bit OTT. Man, I'm moving like Balogun's hidden today. He hasn't hidden. There's no man of the match right now, bro. I think Eddie should go out left wing if something, man. I don't think it's good for his education. It's a big half-time talk. Looking very disjointed defensively. Appreciate this chat. Appreciate the thingy, the super chat. For us new viewers, you have a time clock. Well, I did have it. It's half time now, so I've got rid of that. until we go again. I want to see statistically what this game is saying as well, because there can't be too much in it. Let me know your halftime thoughts. If you've got any, folks, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me see what the statistics are saying. I mean, it's quite even at halftime, if I'm completely honest with you, lot. Where's the snipping tool? Because we can make a note of that. You know, we've had 11 shots, they've had 7. Pardon me, we've had 6 shots on target, they've had 4. In terms of corners, they've actually had more, they've had 3. You can't say that. Allow me, man. They've only, to be fair, only 1 yellow card. Oh, God, it's credit to Sunderland. Bloody hell. Defo didn't think that. Thought they deserved a little bit more there, really, but all right. Shock horror, man. Big shock horror that he struggles. Balo's not a winger, but I don't think he's exactly playing like a winger. He shouldn't be out there. He's playing like I'm seeing him go up front at times. I do see that, and I don't even think it's because of that decision making on the ball. I think people are doing a lot, but I can't blame them, man. I'm not too impressed with this half. Honestly, some players moving very, very casually and need to step up. The Smith Rowe combination is just not right. I mean, it's worked. Not today, right now. You can see that some of these players ain't levels. I like how Ben White got onto Pepe for losing the ball so easily at the end. Trust Pepe should get onto him for losing his marker, not being tight enough. Midfield need to wake up, and then they can't do that role by himself. Bro, they're clamping Smith Rowe. You know, they can't pass him off the park. They can kick him off the park though. We'd all be doing the same thing. You start kicking, man, you have half a chance. I want to see a bit more though, man. I want to see a bit more of Tavares going forward. As I said, it's not that I like it for Balogun's education, because I feel in the grand scheme of things, there's no false sense of your level. When every fan is gassing you up, and he clearly loves social media, you know, when you're training with the first team and you are basically it, and you're badding up them 23 games, I'm not saying he does, but you start thinking you're a level you're not. When you're playing against a half-decent side, or you're starting against Brentford, you see the levels, you see fully what you need to improve on. You see, there's no hiding place. There's no pretending you're better than you are. Couple of things Balogun has tried to do, it ain't banged, you know. There was on the left-hand side, I can't remember the half, but I mean the minute, but there was a moment, you've seen him so many times on that left-hand channel, bend it in from his right foot. He didn't do that. I've seen him bag that header at 23's level. I think he's closed his eyes. And there's just been a couple of overall times his decision-making needs to be a bit better. He's getting in the right areas. He's doing the right things, but this is what you need. You know, if you want these players to be the stars of tomorrow, this is what you need. And this is why fans need to stop proclaiming guys as the messiah in every goal they score, telling guys that they're overrated in everyone. A lot of you don't even, respectfully, a lot of you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to youth players. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'll just be bluntly honest. A lot of you chat a lot of doo-doo. And all that matters is developing him. He might be an Arsenal first team player. He might not. But this is why man need to go out on loan and play a lot of games and try and score a lot of goals and put himself in a position, or Arsenal putting him in a position where we can make money off him, or there's a first team player. If I'm critical on it, should have been on loan last year. Obviously, what was going on with the man's contract, he was never going on loan until that contract stuff was dealt with. Lo and behold. He might not be a winger, but this is how young players get opportunities in the first team. Obviously, he's a different sort of player, you know, but Martinelli can do a job up there as well as on the wings. Eddie's learning how to do a job on the left, just for argument's sake. You know, different players, you know, Greenwood and Rashford, they're probably two strikers, or maybe Greenwood's probably, I mean, Rashford's probably just a left winger now, but they've been spoken about as strikers. They've done jobs elsewhere. We know the man's not a striker, but as a young man, this is where you're getting opportunities, and it's good for his education, because when you go up front again, you have a slight appreciation of what's going on. That goal we conceded was absolutely appalling, you know. Absolutely. From Smith Rowe losing the ball to, you know, El Nene not tracking back, Odegaard strolling, you know, Cedric, I don't know what he's on. You know, I don't know what he is on. He must have been moving to a galley in the crowd. You know, Leno's probably come out a lot very early and made his decision up for him there. A series of just too easy in the transition, too open. It's a lot of errors there, man. Take him out, stop the counter, take the yellow. I agree. For me, Pepe has to bring the man down with the ball. He just stands there. Hear that? But we shouldn't be able to be killed like that. Why can't Ainsley get a match? I don't know. He's missing allegedly due to illness. Cedric was at fault for the goal primarily, but I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say he's the only one. You never score a goal by yourself, or whatever. Comment section and other channels getting onto Ben White. I can't see why. Respectfully, fuck what other channels or other people are saying, innit? It's irrelevant to us. I only think Ben White's only crime there is he's not looked over his shoulder. Cedric should be tucked in. Ben White's beaten too easily. Pepe should be bringing his man down. I think El Nene and Odegaard could do a lot better. Smith Rowe has lost the ball. Leno has come out a bit too early, in my opinion, and made the decision up. A series of errors. Now, if we go to the root source, Smith Rowe shouldn't lose the ball there. No, I said this. Balogun, I told you, look, when you get out of dream mode, respectfully to Balogun, if you're Norwich or Newcastle, two teams that struggle to score, and you're trying to stay in the league, you can't afford to give Balogun opportunities. You might bring him and try, but the minute it doesn't bang, man, sitting on the bench. Let him find him a decent home. This is what I was saying. Germany, France, good decisions. There's lessons to be learned in the championship for a young man as well. He's never been on loan. The only times he's been exposed to first team is the Brentford start today, coming on in the Europa League where the game's already won. Pre-season, really, what else? And we knew we was going to lose a lot of fluidity in how we initially play. But yeah, man. I struggle to believe some of these were regulars last season. I do, because it's a reminder of where life can go if we don't buck up. 288 likes. We must be able to get 300 people. My thoughts on halftime, if I can find my notes. I feel Sunderland are battling. They're trying to play. They're making it difficult for us. They're fighting for every ball. They're playing some good football. As I said, I think we're too open on the transition. I think we're too casual. Naturally, the subs we made, we're going to lose a lot of the fluidity and things. But considering, for me, we've got Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Tavares on the left, Pepe. I know Cedric and Pepe have probably been our brightest spark going forward, but I don't think we're asking enough questions defensively of Sunderland. I don't really, naturally, we're dominating in terms of possession and on the stronger foot, but I don't think we're quite reflecting that. And I feel it's too much of an even contest. I feel Sunderland should have all the confidence in the world because it is only 2-1. They should feel hard done by. And, they're probably happier with that half more than us. And if they're not, we need to be careful of the team talk. Lee Johnson is on these giant killings and these bookie moments. I could be wrong, but wasn't he? I'm sure he did one at Bristol. He might have did one at MK Dons. I think we're not communicating either. We appear to be at 6s and 7s and look very disjointed defensively, in my opinion. And fundamentally, I don't think players are taking their chances in front of Arteta. I can sit there and say Pepe has scored, Cedric's got an assist. I don't think anyone's playing out of this world. And you shouldn't have to play out of this world, really. But there's been warning signs. Again, I just think we're lacking that usual intensity and it's showing. One sec, folks. With that being said, let me go and get some water very quickly and re-up. Keep your opinions coming in. My chair's got you up until I'm back. So yeah, back again. If Balogun goes out on loan, please let it be England, not Spain. Sending Saliba out to France season after season only helps so much. I don't know, man. I'd prefer someone to play in the French top flight versus the English Championship, because the first thing people are going to say is, can he do it in the top flight? Now, there's going to be questions of Balogun anyways, you know. First thing, and these are legit questions. If he does it in the Championship, can you do it again? Prove that it's not a freak season and you're a goal getter. Can you do it in the top, you know, could you do it in France or Germany? Can you do it in the Premier League? For me, I'll be real. I want Balogun to progress to the first team. I just want us to develop him in general, so that if we get to where maybe, you know, Maitland-Niles generally, if I'm real, Eddie and Nketiah, you know, Joe Willock, where players that they will be, where they might hang around for a season, but they might not be of that level. Can they have a decent career and can they be sold on? And that's what we need to do. What I want to see is proactiveness around Eddie and Nketiah. I don't really want them to unnecessarily hang around the first team like we saw with Eddie and Joe. Lo and behold, when they've been exposed to the first team, they've struggled. You know, Eddie's struggled to really nail down a real place as a senior professional in any team, Leeds with Leeds and Arsenal respectively. Joe Willock, after that unsustainable purple patch in terms of goal scoring, it's not really working for him at Newcastle. Obviously, he's playing a slightly different role and all of that jazz. But yeah, man. I mean, crucially, it's good for Balogun's development still. But yeah, man. It is what it is regarding that. Make that a timestamp. Big up you lot for tuning in. As usual, the good times don't end, people. Make sure you've set your reminders for the Arsenal versus Sunderland reaction. Obviously, anything that this is tomorrow I'm talking about, anything that happens, obviously we'll cover it. And the title is subject to change. Set your reminders for Spurs versus the Hammers as well, where we're all going to be West Ham fans. Well, I'm going to be a West Ham fan. Pepe is a baller, 26th goal in his 100th game, and also has 18 assists in that time. Saka doesn't have that level of propaganda, that level of productivity. The agenda against him must stop. I agree. Pepe's frustrating, but people move like he's a dud. Just look at Smith Rowe as an example. Stepped up massively after the Huddersfield loan. Exactly. Do you remember Smith Rowe at Goodison Park a couple years ago? He weren't quite ready. Second half looks like it's imminent. It hasn't started yet, folks. The referee's still there. I'm just making sure that the timer works, and it does. Maybe the referee was doing the number 2. Everyone's waiting for him. And I hear it, but all I would say to Balogun, sometimes you might that might be the only opportunity you get. How many young centre halves come through it at academy and they have to get game time at right back because it is what it is until they can learn and whatnot. As much as I feel Balogun should be up front and all them things you lot are saying, if I'm Balogun, I just want to play, and it all helps with your education. Second half going to begin anyways, folks. Arsenal 2, Sunderland 1. Referee, what's going on? I think something's wrong with the ref's watch. Second half is upon us, people. Again, Arsenal with it all to do. Ref, that's another foul so early on. Tavares keeps it in possession. I mean, fucking hell, which second half is just... No, don't pull it out, man. How? What has happened to him? Stuart, get up, man. How can you collapse yourself? You tried to clamp someone and you rip yourself off. Leno don't command his backline. That's one thing I like about Ramsdale. For me, respectfully, I'm not trying to lead the Leno hate brigade, but he makes me nervous, so he must make the backline nervous. This guy, man, being too over enthusiastic. Sub your brothers, man. These Sunderland players need to eat some hard food, man. Maybe this is just time waste, some elite time wasting. Fuck's sake, man. Ben White, El Nene. Come on, boys. Rob Holding. Who's showing for it, though, man? We know El Nene don't want it. Rob Holding into the channels asking a lot of Balogun. Balogun ain't going to win that. Come on, let's win it back. Well in, Nketiah or Balogun. Well in. Come on. No foul. Don't let him out. Well in. I don't mind that. If he got out of there and you two let him, there'd be problems. It is their ball. In the grand scheme of things, this is going to help Eddie's education. Of course, I'd love him to play through the middle, but what would he learn in the grand scheme of things? I'm not saying he is just a striker. He's not these multifunctional guys, in my opinion. But a lot of people will say, what's his name? Saka can't play on the right. He's doing so well on the left. Smith Rowe shouldn't play here. He shouldn't play there. Martinelli can't play on the right. Then after United, the way everyone's changed their tune. Tavares with an Arsenal throw. Come on, who's showing? It can't keep being Smith Rowe and Odegaard. El Nene, bloody hell. Maybe that's why you don't show. And again, us losing the ball. We're lucky the Sunderland lads' first touch is horrible. But if this is in the Premier League, they counter-attack us and cause problems here. Sunderland down our right-hand side here with Pritchard. Pritchard puts a good ball into the box. He's trickled across. The Sunderland lad, is he going to be able to keep it on? No, he can't. Hume can't keep it on. But again, warning signs. 302 likes, people. Keep running up the like button if you haven't. Appreciative to everyone who's hit that so far. Cedric. Martin Odegaard. Tries to clear our lines. Ben White. Balogun, what are you waiting for? You can't. This is academy. You can't wait. He's been very fortunate to win the foul there. You can't wait. You can't wait for it to bounce, young lad. You can't wait for the bounce. You got away with it on that occasion. Sometimes you might be looking at the ref to help you, and it's a goal. Again, these are the tough lessons to understand the levels. El Nene. Cedric. Pepe, hold it for me. Ref. Ooh, silky from Pepe. Odegaard, get involved. Yes. The left footers for the team. Yes. Tavares, as I speak of it. Yes. Balogun, release. Get Tavares, keeps it in. Go on, Tavares. Cut it back. That should be a goal. It fucking is a goal. Eddie, I'm shameless. Ring off the phone. Tavares, Balo, raise it. We need more now. Kill off that fight back. That's a good early goal to score because whatever thought these men had, you kind of rip it up with Sunderland. The next goal is crucial, and we've done exactly that. Again, the left foot is in the team waking up for that one. The left foot is in the team making that happen. With obviously, Eddie Nketiah scores the goal and Balogun's involved as well. Hopefully that gives the young lad some confidence. Tavares, fullback union, well in there. But raise it, boys. Needs to be a lot better if I'm real with you lot. Needs to be a lot better. Good movement from Eddie Nketiah. A typical Eddie goal. And he deserves his brace. Tavares, Odegaard, all involved. Happy with that. Take what we can get, man. That goal, crucial goal. No, I mean, if we could score again, but they say you're most vulnerable when you just scored, and we just scored, and Sunderland are still pressing us. And Sunderland might just score here of their own. Ben White's done just enough. Eddie's a good poacher. These are his kind of finishes. Trust, go make a career of these things. This is Eddie's competition, man. Hit the like button, people. It's at Sunderland corner. Next goal could there's still a lot of football to be played. Been treated to 4 goals here. Again, I wanted a clean sheet, but it was never happening, was it? Pritchard to take this throw, people. Or, well, is he going to take it? Or are you going to let someone else take it? All right, you want to be over enthusiastic, you Spurs can. Gives it to his boy Hume. Bro, Pepe, it was the left foot. The left foot is in the team made that. The left foot is made that. Odegaard, Pepe, Tavares, all involved. You know, we're doing some stupid things and we haven't cleared our line, and Sunderland have got onto it. Nil. Be strong. No cross, Cedric. Cedric, no cross. Well in. Played Cedric. Hook it. Gooch, apologies. Eddie, that's a bit too easy there. Got bumped off that way too easily. Got to be stronger there. Sunderland. Rob Holding. Ben White. I mean, some of you are behaving like Sunderland. I mean, some of you are behaving like Sunderland League players. Don't know what's going on there. Offside has saved us. I mean, wouldn't you act like you're cold if you scored? If you scored a brace for Arsenal Football Club, you scored 8 goals for Arsenal Football Club in an official game. I'd act the same way Eddie did. As whatever we think about Eddie, if I'm Eddie, I'll tell you, lot, suck your mum. I'm playing for Arsenal Football Club. They are begging me to sign. Their manager is begging me to sign a deal. You lot can say what you want. Eddie Nketiah's cup record is amazing. 9 appearances, 7 starts, 9 goals. Boy. Under 23s legend, League Cup legend. Technically won an FA Cup. I wouldn't say FA Cup legend, but yeah, man. Balogun on this left-hand side. Hits a step over. It's tired. Balogun, this is tired, man. He tries a shot, doesn't bang. Plays a pass. I like the confidence, but come on, man. He's tired. And again, Smith Rowe's played it because you made the run. Nketiah's made a bad run from Balogun, look half decent. Nketiah's been absolutely savaged. I love that from Balogun. Leave something on him. Should be a yellow for Balogun, I'll be real. It's quite late. Look, stop trying to bully Balogun, ref, about coming to him. Balogun is a yellow, bro. I can't lie. It is a yellow. My guy. And he probably just wanted to leave one on the defenders. They've probably been kicking him all game. Yellow card for Balo. Goal kick here, folks. Let's see what Sunderland can muster. Again, it feels like one of them games where one simple long ball can kill us, which it wasn't a long ball, but one simple ball did kill us for the goal we conceded. He needs to learn from it. You know, I don't know what Balogun was doing there, but that pass hasn't worked. You know, half of you want to gas up when he's doing these cute little flicks. Oh my God, Balogun has to start. How can Arteta not use him? And you're not wrong. And then half of you are changing your tune and saying, "Oh, he's not ready," and you're not wrong. The problem is some of you just you don't consider he's a young man. Some of you lot just live for hot takes. If he bagged the brace today, man would be screaming, "Yo, Arsenal legend," and that. And you do it with Smith Rowe, you do it with Saka. Everybody does it with all these young players. The next guy as well. Oh my God. That Sunderland brother's trying to score a worldie. It's too easy, and Leno is right, but it looked like Leno was about to be beaten. Embleton, I almost vomited. He's invited to shoot. He swings his left peg at it, and it's hit the post, the outside of the post. A good effort. So good effort. It probably would have been League Cup goal of the season. Leno rooted to the spot, and it wouldn't have been Leno's fault. Sunderland are doing very decent. Within they're playing closer to their potential. I mean, it looks like Xhaka is on. I did see, 10 minutes into it for Balogun. Exactly what I thought we would have seen. You did all right, but this is why you need a loan, and this is why once you get away from all of that, you're not ready to join Saka and them, man, for what we need to do. You're still young. You're 20 years of age. But now I hope with Granit Xhaka involved, we get a bit more. I want to see some leadership qualities. This is why I'm actually for Xhaka coming on. But I want to see a bit more in the midfield now, man. Hopefully Tavares can get forward a bit more. Pepe loses the header. Benny Blanco. Cedric. Sunderland throw. Sunderland. Cedric. Rob Holding. And for some of them, again, some of you might not get Premier League appearances. So this might be the competition. And as it gets to the latter stages, from Arteta, you probably got to start David from this next game, the strongest lineup possible. You can't keep playing these lots. Cedric does well there. Benny Blanco finds El Nene. El Nene down the flanks. Go on, Pepe, take the foul. Pardon me. Pepe overcomplicating things, loses it in a stupid area. And now Sunderland are against us. No foul, please. Leno, hold on to it. Come on, Pepe, man. Tavares already seeing you further forward. Xhaka, Odegaard. Now we can see a bit more. Odegaard, I think you're asking a lot of Pepe, but you found it. Fantastic pass. Where's... Oh! Pepe snatched his career. Oh! Eddie, hey, lovely football. Lovely football. Ring the phone. Ring the phone. Everything about that. From the pass to Pepe just ripping someone's career. What a goal. What a finish. Smith Rowe involved immediately. Xhaka's on immediately and things are getting better. Immediately. That's why Xhaka is needed. He feeds Pepe. I mean, he feeds Odegaard. Odegaard feeds Pepe. Pepe steals someone's career. Hey, Lord, as a fullback, I ain't been there, but Lord have mercy. Jesus, cheeky nutmeg. I mean, you lot better gas it because when Martinelli did that in games we lost, you man were gassing it. See ya. When Saka did that, you gassed him. He's pulling his shirt. See ya. You're savage. Hume is going all. You know, Arsenal fans love it. Eddie with the cute little flick. Lord God. The League Cup, Ian Wright. League Cup legend. First hat-trick of his club career. What's that? More hat-tricks for Arsenal than Lacazette? Hey, what? Has Lukaku got a hat-trick for Chelsea yet? We might cook some agendas, you know. Has Ronaldo got a hat-trick for United yet? We might have to load something. It's 4-1 now, folks. Let me update the timer and whatnot. A hat-trick from Eddie. Come on, man. We've got that Eddie in Nketiah. Make a bid for the guy in Jan. Clinical, man. Hey, League Cup legend. League Cup legend. Sunderland corner. It's taken short. Good defending by Cedric. And Nketiah still thinking about his hat-trick and is dispossessed. Smith Rowe now. Pepe, go on. And again. Safe. Ref, fuck's sake, man. If he wants Pepe's shirt, come on, ref. You are pissed, Hume. You are pissed. Attack my man's side. It's a long day for him. Make it a long day for him. Run at this guy. He's bottling. He really is bottling. He's crumbling now. Come on. And I can't blame him. If them men were running at me like that, I'll be doing the same thing he's doing. Make it difficult. This is where I want to see us be a bit, you know, it's 4-1 now. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Get him sent off. He pulls another shirt. He's gone. I mean, Eddie can, you know, you say the price has gone up. Next month, he can agree a move to German clubs for free. And we know how the German clubs see, and them sort of foreign clubs see the English game getting their revenge by picking their young players. Ref, he's fouled as well. Ref, come on, man. Well in, Eddie. I'd say he's sub Eddie. You let him get some goals, but I'd like him to get a standing ovation, man. Leno. What the fuck? The internet's weird, blood. I might just block this done, you know. I said, what a goal from us. A man said, I think I creamed my pants. Yo, up to some boy, man. Shaky stuff going on. See why I don't even like Twitter again. What the fuck? Anyways, Smith Rowe has found Tavares and Nketiah. Right, doing that Buki chasing his first touch thing. I thought he was going to line up the Hadouken. Bring on Saka for Cedric. Nah. Saka base off, my guy. Who else is a centre half on the bench, man? You pull Ben White to right back, bring on a centre half or something. We've had 14 attempts. They've had 10. Better second half from us. Hat-tricks aren't for everyone. And Ben White's pocket has been picked. Pritchard. What's he going to do? Probably plays the wrong pass out to Gooch. Gooch, apologies. And then they sweeps it. Yeah, I would like Patton. I'll give it about 20. I don't think right now. It'd have been nice to have a Lokonga or someone today. Lokonga, Partey, or Xhaka from the start, to be honest. El Nene, Ben White. I mean, a bit sloppy. Ben White. We're giving the ball away very cheaply today. Very sloppy in many aspects, man. Tavares. Even that, Xhaka, just tell him, man, chill out, man. This ain't me trying to big up Granit Xhaka beyond what I see. A lot of what I praise Granit Xhaka for, any decent midfielder should be doing, but this is Arsenal's issue. Every game we've played, whether it's been in the Premier League or whatever, you've looked at that midfield and said, oof. Exactly. 360 likes, people. Keep running that one there up, man. Can we get as close to 400 as potentially possible? Granit Xhaka. Mohamed El Neni. Give it back to Xhaka. Gives it back. Xhaka. Oi! Cheeky little Cruyff turn. Odegaard, first time to El Nene. El Nene to Granit. Granit, first time to Pepe. Thank you. Pepe down this right-hand side. Burn him. I want him to get a second yellow. Burn him. Pepe, you got to do a lot better. Yeah, you know what? Someone said bring on Saka. You know what? Pepe for Saka. Just because Saka makes better decisions. I'm getting frustrated now. Rob Holding. Better than Cannavaro. Tavares. Already woke up again. He just didn't trust some of the guys he was playing with. He's back. El Nene. El Nene looking to pass forward. El Nene, you know. Oof. Obviously, he's showing his level. Pepe might make it look like a half-decent pass, and he has. Aye! Pepe again savaged him. Aye, we should be scoring. Oof. Odegaard, do it again. Cedric, cross comes in, it's overhit. It's Embleton's in trouble there. Pepe, yeah. Can't lie, that left back's got to fight Pepe at full time. That fullback is getting it. Rob Holding, Smith Rowe. El Nene. Oh. To be fair, you're seeing a more confident El Nene. How many times in the first half have you seen El Nene try a crossfield pass? Pepe, bloody hell. Hume. You could see it was happening. There's no shame in getting ripped against a Premier League footballer, but Granit. El Nene. Tavares. Smith Rowe. Rob Holding. Smith Rowe again. Listen, the sub of Xhaka. I told you, man, this is why it needed to happen. Like, everybody looks a bit more settled now. Odegaard, Smith Rowe. I spoke too soon. It's just played behind Smith Rowe. Long ball forward by Sunderland. Where's the offside flag? The offside flag came, right? Granit. Tavares. Eddie. Oh, ref, that's a yellow. Come on, ref. He tried to break his leg there. Ref, how many? This is where we need to be a bit nastier. How many's the captain had? Free kick to Arsenal. Charles Pepe's got himself a little 10 minutes in the Prem. Odegaard, Smith Rowe. Odegaard, Pepe, come on. Pepe puts a cross in. It's nodded down. It's cleared by Sunderland. It's here with Xhaka. Xhaka to El Nene. Xhaka, El Nene. Egyptian Airlines. He doesn't oblige the shot. It was on though. Odegaard. Granit Xhaka, we have in Switzerland Airlines, plays it down the left-hand side. Tavares puts a cross in. It's a good one. It's whistled beyond everyone. Can Cedric keep it in? Cedric, you're acting, man. You could have kept that in still. You did say 4-1 when you were with Graham. Yeah, man, but I want more, man. Ooh, almost dropped my phone. Good catch there. Odegaard, El Nene. Like I said, well, are you not seeing El Nene in the second half? How many forward passes did he play in the first? On hindsight, maybe Xhaka should have played from the start. You know, maybe the Balogun left wing thing. I think for Balogun's education is good, but it didn't really bang for us. Rob Holding, Granite. El Nene. And that's the thing, man. But Pepe's got all the tools to be a very good player, but the decision making. Granite. Pepe. Right. Humes has called back his guy Gooch for support. Martin Odegaard. Pepe. Cuts inside. Oh, I see what he tried to do. Granite. First time to Tavares. Tavares, do it for the fullback union. Go on, hit this. Oh, wow. They were dusty. Tried to do a step over, but forgot the ball. It's falling to Eddie. Eddie had more time than he thought. Convincing header by Rob Holding. It's here with Pepe. Pepe, draw a foul for me. Pepe's done well. Martin, you ain't getting that off Martin Odegaard. This guy's a lovely baller. Pepe, can't get it back. Cedric. Hey, ref. Hey, that's another yellow leg breaker, ref. How many? How many? Look at Cedric Shimpan. Look how high that foot was, ref. Come on. Where's the bookings? It wasn't high, people. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I think the ref can hear me. You're getting a glimpses as to how I am in Sunday League. And you got to call everything. We've got a free kick in a dangerous area. I can't lie. I'm asking for too much, but I would love someone to slap this. It has to be across. Trust Pepe's found that level, man. Don't worry, Pepe. We'll be in Europa League next year. You've got a couple games there. 330 likes, people. Keep pushing. Let's see how close we can get to 400 with 20-odd minutes left. Martin Odegaard. Ooh, I don't know why Sky Sports zoomed in on a spit. Odegaard! Oh, I was ready to gas it. It was dead. The camera made it look better than it was. It needed to have a lot of quality. It's whistled wide. I love Martin Odegaard on this football pitch, man. I can't lie, man. I think he's such a baller. You lot know me. The minute you can play a football forward, I start gassing you. I just feel in comparison to Arsenal players, I feel his potential is slept on when you look at Arsenal players. I feel everyone gives Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli their fair dues. I think people sleep on Martin Odegaard personally. Nketiah cutting in. Bang it. Odegaard, first time. Oh, the idea was right into Pepe. It looks like it's probably just going to trickle off. It's still on, ref. Well in, Pepe. Well in. Martin Odegaard running the show right now. Him and Smith Rowe had a better second half. El Nene. Oh, since Xhaka's come on. So imagine, you see what Xhaka's brought in this midfield. Imagine, respectfully, Xhaka. Imagine what a certified midfielder could do for us, for the Premier League squad. Rob Holding. Cedric. Trust, man. Fuck Lee Johnson. But in all seriousness, you know, it was banner. But just allow us, innit? Like, Arsenal got a lot of problems, but I don't take it from Sunderland. Ben White, I don't trust Leno on the ball, man. I'm sure a lot of us Arsenal fans, we keep subconsciously assuming it's Ramsdale Day. It's not. Cedric, probably look like we're overplaying now. Ben White, that was a poor clearance. Pepe made it look better, but then, you know, with Pepe, he does one good thing, two shaky ones, and he's lost it. You got to call every foul. I'm calling every damn foul. Who's getting warmed up? Is it Charlie? Oh, it's looking like a Martinelli and Gabriel thing. To be fair with you, one must imagine, you know, the plan could have never been to give Ben White 90 here. So you'd imagine Ben White comes off, Gabriel moves over, Rob Holding moves over to the right. Gabriel obviously comes on there. Odegaard is one of the best in the world at disguising passes. As his game builds in other areas, he'll be more potent. But I think he could, well, again, because of the commentator almost lost it. I think he could turn into this, like, Do you remember like the last phase of David Silva, like when he was vintage, like he was playing slightly deeper, he weren't really scoring or assisting much, but the overall play was amazing. I think Odegaard can do that. But the same way, I think Odegaard can become a real central creative hub if he continues to play in the 10. There's a lot more to come from him. I actually feel what we asked Xhaka to do in midfield, Odegaard could learn to do that. You know, I think he's in that weird one right now where, and he can obviously do the Smith Rowe thing and play off the left. But Tavares is in here. No, he's not. But right now with Odegaard, I think we're still defining, is he an 8.5 and then a 10, or is he a 10 and then an 8.5? I still think we're kind of there. Do you get it? Martinelli and Gabriel will be coming on. Bearing in mind, in the cup competitions, you can make 5 subs. What's that? 3 subs from us. There's 2 left. Hopefully, Patino can get some minutes. You know, I'm sure everyone else is itching to play certain minutes, but it is what it is. What's his face? Ben White will be coming off. You know, that's him done. Gabriel will play the rest of the game. It's a shame because if we had Callum Chambers, Pablo Marie, them man there could have probably done something. Martin Odegaard. To be fair, wouldn't have thought you would have come off, but I could say, you know what, 90 minutes might as well. Martinelli, you know, come and stat pad a couple goals. They all count at the end of the season. Do you know what? Credit to Sunderland. The scoreline is very harsh. You know, scoreline is very, very harsh on them. On the same hand, it's not. We've created them goals, but they've battled. They've worked hard. They've not let themselves down. Respectfully, you know, the fact that we're a Premier League club and they're a League One club's made the difference, but you wouldn't have known that. And Cedric just got absolutely ripped there by Gooch and snatched his soul again. You got ripped. Cedric is getting pumped there. That's good play from Gooch. Forget the foul, set up now. And that's why Sunderland should have encouragement. Still yet to take this. Your girl likes the greasy cut, man. To be fair, my trims should be landing tomorrow, but your girl likes the greasy thing, man. Don't watch, man. Up to you. Flaky, shaky, brother. Pritchard to take this free kick. I can't lie. He has got the ability to really put this in an area. I can't lie. Leno is leaving quite a big part of his goal uncovered. What's going on, ref, man? Come on. All right, keep your hands down, Martinelli. Pritchard, like I said, he put it in a good area. Good punch out by Leno. It's still alive. No foul, ref. There's a handball. Thank you very much. Good punch by Leno, to be fair with you. Substitutions en route for Sunderland. Tavares. Really like how Tavares is coming along. If he just learns to stay, not so much this game, just focused, I see no reason why you can't increase your stature and maybe get in the Portugal squad. I'm not saying you're going to be a regular in that. But yeah, Leno gives it to Gabriel. Someone I didn't really want to see today, but I understand why. Gives it to Leno. Leno, Holding's there. Holding. El Nene's there. Trust him. Trust him. I wouldn't trust him either. He finds Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pepe. 15 minutes left, people. Mohamed El Nene, forward pass El Nene. Sideways where? Tavares. Martinelli. Oi, ref, that's a yellow. Come on. That's late. What the actual fuck, ref? How many? That should be a red card. How many has this twat of a captain done today? Look how late that is. Fucking hell, ref. Someone leave something on the captain. Trailing legs caught him. Someone leave something on the captain. Go up for a header, please. Leave elbows trailing. When he's playing out from the back, late tackle, please. This is now I see why Balogun did a quick madness on you. Pussy. Martinelli's back on his feet and it'll be a free kick. Twat. Come on, Cedric. Be like Cancelo. Cedric and Pepe over the set piece. Oof. Let's see what happens. Cedric takes. I mean, to be fair, someone should have pressured the keeper. The keeper could have grabbed that with his hands and he spilt it. Arsenal still have possession. El Nene, you know. The offside flag stays down. What a crossfield pass from El Nene. So El Nene's been moving mad. Cedric puts it into the box. Gabriel. You never see Gabriel miss that. It's here with Tavares on this right-hand side. Step overs. I love it, Tavares. Go on, do it alone, man. Tavares. Oh, wow. Ultimately loses it, and Sunderland can break here. You can see Sunderland's legs are gone now. It's been a committed performance. It's been a high energetic requirement in terms of the game, and you can start to see it. You know, as I said, respectfully, blood and thunder and all that stuff will only get you so far. Pritchard, good play from him to avoid Rob Holding and make space for himself and play a teammate. I think Arsenal should sign Calvin Phillips this January. I mean, if Leeds would bring him, why not, man? But I can't say I can afford that. Sunderland making Pepe and Nketiah look amazing. Tavares, no foul. Flanagan getting it forward for Sunderland. That's a good corner to earn, really. As I said, commitment from Sunderland, man. Odegaard is such a classy player, and he'll only get better and old. He'll only get better the older and stronger he gets. I hear that. Eddie will steal the headlines, but you see Odegaard today, phenomenal. Trust. Other than that, it's been meaty. Boy. Substitutes on. Finally, play can continue, people. Sunderland corner, Pritchard. Still alive by Sunderland. Pepe gets up. Oh, ref, are you serious? Are you serious? For what, ref? But his head's good, man. Winchester's cool. They're telling him even he's telling you he's good. This ref, he wants a movie thing. What's the point? Typical Nketiah finishes today, man. The question is, can he do it in the Premier League? You don't know. I don't think so, but you need to go somewhere and prove people wrong. Pepe, fucking hell, Pepe, man. That assist for the hat-trick. That whole phase of play. Got to discount it a bit because it's in the League Cup against Sunderland, but top 10 goals this season. Smith Rowe, probably disappointed. Hey, Charlie Patino. Hey, we need to record this moment, my Haaland babies, man. Look at my Haaland babies. Look at my Haaland babies, man. Look at my Haaland babies, man. Yes, Charlie. Babies, man. Yes, Charlie. Lovely. Patino season. Let's go. Now, I expect him to be slightly off the pace, physically be lacking because he's playing some grown men and he ain't done that before. But on the ball, he's definitely good enough. Good ball from Gabriel. Goal. He tries to find his countryman. They've said Martinelli's handballed it, I believe. And suddenly, I'm excited again. Charlie. Come, man. Arsene Wenger, man. This is what you built, man. This is what you built. This is what you built. Anyway, Sunderland's still going. Humes doing skillers of his own against Pepe. Not quite a get back, I would say. Long ball forward. Sunderland's still going. Cedric, that was feeble. 10 minutes left, people. Arsenal 4, Sunderland 1. It's definitely been a more even contest than the scoreline suggests. 100%. I think we've taken control in the second half, in my opinion. Xhaka, Martinelli, apologies and write down, people. Head clash. Lee Johnson looks stressed. What's them? Is there lanterns or something at the Emirates? I can't hear what they're saying. Players stop people. My favorite goal has to be the one thingy, man. Tavares set up, bloody hell, man. Well, I say Tavares. Fucking hell, Eddie. Even Eddie's flick. Charlie. I love it. I love it. And again, once again, big up Charlie for being one of the first young players to, to understand this DG wave and do an interview with me as well. Not just him. Shout out him, John Jules, Amari Hutchison, Brooke Norton, Coffee, Hubert, Nathan. Done so many, man. Trey Coyle. More to come. Patton or good play. Get on the ball again, my guy. Don't be humble. Arsenal have lost the ball in a silly area. Get on the ball again, man. We need enough highlights so we can see a compilation vid. But it's a fantastic moment, man. I wanted Balogun minutes. I wanted Patino's minutes. They've got that. For Balogun, there's a lot for him to work on. And you see it in it. As I said, there's no fault. Go to the start of this live stream. When you play certain games, you see your level. So if you're going to play like this now, imagine the Premier League. It's very difficult to play Premier League football and shine for one day, let alone do it all the time. People fail to realize you need to be able to do this every game, basically, for 38 games, for the best part of over 10 years in any position. It's very difficult. It's like a tradesman. Oh, wow. Gabriel's bugging out. Gabriel, holiday mode. Eddie Nketiah, lovely strength. Xhaka running forward. That's how you know Sunderland in the mud. Nketiah, Tavares. Martinelli, I'm not going to lie. Don't pass it. I need some highlights, man. Bang it. Oh, good play from him. Go down, Eddie. Ref! I'm not going to lie. Ref. I mean, Eddie Nketiah's reaction gives it away, innit? But I'm not going to lie, ref. Oh, I'm acting, man. I'm acting. Dark Hearts. I'm acting. Oh, ref, there's contact. I'm acting. It's never a pen. I'm acting. Graham. DG said 4-1 in the video he did on Twitch with the AFTV guy. Forgot his name. Good watch, though. Graham, man. Ref, fuck's sake, bruv. How many? That's on Patino. That's a big challenge. Look at you, pussy. Becky. Why are you doing it to the youngers? Do it to someone that's going to do something back, man. What's wrong with you? Good on Patino. Rid that challenge. It's nothing. Doyle was dead. You city pussy. You're not going to make it there either. You're tired, man. I'm acting because it was a crunch. It was a good tackle, man. If I was a Sunderland fan, I'd be proud of that. But I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm very biased to Charlie Patino. And just like that, if Sunderland go through, he would miss the second. He'd miss the first leg. They don't need to worry about that. Man said Premier League is tough. Just ask Werner and Havertz. They caught strays. But I hear you. Set piece to Arsenal people. Cedric and Pepe over it. Martinelli offering the short. Patino off. You could take it. What's going on, ref? Gabriel back post. Probably the option Cedric takes. Well, it's not the option. He tried to find it into Nketiah. It didn't bang. Pritchard. Sunderland could counter. Cedric, that's a good tackle. Granit Xhaka. Gabriel, bang it. Do it. All right, he plays it. Blind pass from Gabriel. Tavares keeps it on. I mean, Tavares, this guy's a Duracell battery. He never stops running, does he? Gabriel Martinelli. Granit. Patino being I like where he's playing. He's clearly not ready to play as a deep line playmaker in the first team like that. He's playing slightly more advanced. Rob Holding. Martinelli. Gabriel. El Nene. Keep hitting the like button, people. 4 minutes plus added on time. You must imagine there's at least 2-3 minutes of added on time, maybe even 4. Arsenal 4, Sunderland 1. A hat trick for Eddie Nketiah. A goal for Pepe. You know, Eddie Nketiah deserve. If you say he's man of the match, deservedly so. I think Pepe's a decent front runner. I think Cedric's had a mixed bag because I think on some hands he's played Patino on the ball. He's played so well, but on the other hand, he's played tired. I wouldn't say man of the match, but I think Xhaka's added something. But I feel, you know, my man of the match, I can't not say it shouldn't be Eddie. Man got a hat trick, you know, his first career hat trick in senior level, his first one for the club. But I actually feel it's Martin Odegaard personally. Not happy that we conceded a goal, a cheap one at that. But, you know, we've scored 4 goals. Young players have got minutes. We've won the game. Attention can switch towards Norwich. And I just feel, you know, when we look at the second half against Leeds, the first half today, on occasion actually against West Ham, I feel we need to, whether it's a cup game, rotating players or whatever, sometimes, well, not even sometimes, we do drop off or we have a mixed bag across 90. We need to get that out of our game. Good play from Cedric here. Good Cruyff turn from Cedric. Cedric should have went down there. El Nene. Good play from El Nene. Granit. Gabriel. Wouldn't even say easy when our quality has got us through it, but I wouldn't say easy. I don't actually feel it's been easy still. Sunderland couldn't cope with us on many occasions where obviously we've just showed them levels, but I wouldn't say it's been easy. I feel we've deserved the goals. I won't say the scoreline has flattered us, but I feel somewhat the scoreline has flattered us. Granit Xhaka tries to clip it over the top. Tavares eventually gets it. Bang it. That's your first goal. Oh, he saw the movies. He saw a movie. He saw his first Arsenal goal. I saw it as well. I thought he's going to rifle that into the near post. Instead, that's probably ended up at Seven Sisters Road. That ball is probably halfway down Manor House High Street right now. Partey probably with a smirk somewhere. Nketiah, man of the match. He's had 6 attempts, 4 on target, 3 goals for his troubles. The play from Sunderland haven't stopped battling. And I've got more admiration for Sunderland than I have because let's be real, it's not a game to cry and start moving mad and whatnot, but the quality's been lacking. Yes, we've disjointed the team. We've made changes. Yes, Sunderland, they're going to have that blood, guts and fire because it would be a highlight of their season knocking us out. But I just feel away from that, it's almost, we've made it harder than it needs to be. El Nene looked a different player in the second half. Tavares, I've seen him left wing playing in as a cam now, basically. 3 minutes of added on time, people. Make sure we're hitting the like button and we're setting our reminders for the next live streams. And as usual, it's been a pleasure watching this game with you guys, wherever you lot are in this world. Martinelli, bit quiet for Martinelli since he's come off the bench, but it's not that deep. Plays Tavares. Tavares plays Xhaka. Xhaka looks to clip it over the top. He finds Pepe. No one's there for the square. They are. Yes! Yes! Charlie scored. Fantastic for the young lad. Oi. Patino season. The finger dreams. Yes. Yes. Lovely moment for the young lad. Patino season. Lovely play from us. Let's fucking go, man. Pepe's onside. Let's fucking go. Drop him a little message. Now that's made me happy. Showing Balogun how to do this thing, really. And some fans probably missed that goal. Pepe with another assist. Patino, good finish. Good finish. this moment. So proud of what this young man's becoming. Another substitute. What is that? A debutant or something? Boy. Well, it's a banner, man. Stop crying, man. And in this game, he showed him how to score 100%. Charlie. So proud of these boys. So proud of Haylen, man. See, Charlie, go on, man. Get used to this. Oh, Xhaka, that was a horrible pass. That's that, though, people. Arsenal 5, Sunderland 1. I feel the scoreline is very harsh on him, but what can I say? A goal on his debut for the young Charlie Patino. A match ball for Eddie Nketiah. You know, Hayland has played a crucial part in today. It's crazy. Look at Saka hugging Charlie. That's what it's about. You get me? Saka's giving him the cosign. You're part of this thing. Don't worry. You're part of it. You and Aziz just work on the ball thing. You're soon loading. It's been a fantastic one, man. Martinelli's giving his shirt to someone. The young bulls are moving brazy. Patino FC for sure, man. I love it. Whew. I love that moment for Eddie Nketiah. Say what you want about the young man, bro. Man has scored a hat-trick for Arsenal Football Club. If he does nothing more, bro. Love that from Arteta, that embrace for Charlie Patino. It's lovely. Let's let the young lad them develop. Happy for my young players, man. Oh, man of the match, you're doing a lot. I mean, I want to hear what he's saying. We're Handshake FC, everyone's got their own thing. It needs to be, man. I mean, when you got all the man them there's vibes. Arsenal must be vibes. Like, say what you want about Aubameyang. You got Aubameyang, you got Eddie, you got Laka. It must be. You got Holding for the laddish sort of band. You got the man them bands, you got the lad bands. It must be lit, man. It must be lit, man. Now, hopefully, Brentford, Leicester. Because I don't mind. I'd rather Leicester than Liverpool. I'd rather Brentford than Chelsea. Respectfully, you know, I'd rather Spurs than West Ham, really. But I don't want Spurs to win. So hopefully West Ham can do their jobs. Let's keep running up the like button. Let me know what you make of the game, people. You know, I think I, of all people, know Patino's who Charlie Patino is. But remember the name. I mean, we should be shameless. Where's my interview I did with him a few years ago? Should be shameless. You gotta be shameless in this life. Where is it? 10K views. When the hell did it get to that? Fucking hell, that's probably gonna see a spike as well. You gotta be shameless, bro. You gotta be shameless, man. I'm so proud, man. So proud. Oh, it's actually playing. Obviously, you know, I know Charlie Patino is going to be the name on everyone's lip. I was looking greasy them times. He was looking slightly younger them times. But yeah, man, go and take in that interview. That was last year. Mad. Time flies, man. So, boy, man. Was that pigeon era? Nah, man, we evolved slightly because that was lockdown. In fact, it might be, you know, because funny enough, You know, before we did this full time, I used to just skive off on the work breaks and that, or when I'm supposed to be at meetings to do these things. These things were under severe pressure. So it might have been. It might have been. What I would say for everyone is avoid hot takes on young players, man. There's a lot of hot takes, and I get it. There's excitement. There's all these things, but people just need to chill off. Why is Streamlad's opening? We don't need you today. Wouldn't say I'd be wearing that. I knew you'd be proud, DG. I wouldn't say I'm the father. I'm just someone who likes Halo, man. Feel for Balo. I don't feel for him. It's the end of the world. You ain't lost your life. Yeah, you didn't have, for me, Balogun didn't have a bad game. What's there to feel for him? You were out of your depth. You weren't the showman today. This is it. This is the levels. You know, this is what I like. What did you do good today? What did you do bad? What I like that Balogun did well today is he got in the right positions. He tried to put himself around. He didn't show fear. He tried to have a shot. What I feel he did, I feel Balogun forced it a lot. I feel at times a lot of what he was trying at 23's level, it ain't going to happen. Sometimes you're shooting for no reason. Your head's down. Was involved in the goal that Tavares was involved in. Didn't not helped playing left wing, of course not. But at the same time, when you can't get minutes, getting minutes is something. And, you know, you've got to be able to play multiple roles as a footballer. Yeah, he's a striker, but he's got to show he can do a job out there. And really, that helps him because you have to do things quicker out wide. You don't have as much time. The angles aren't quite as good. So in the grand scheme of things, it's going to help him develop. You know, this and Brentford are the two biggest games in this guy's career because they're the games you can learn from. You're not going to learn from beating up Derby's under 23s or Brighton's and them things there. Some of the things he tried to do, you know, half the things he tried to do today, they happen at 23s. What I like about moments like this or games like this, I want him to be disappointed. I want him to score goals, but there's no false sense of ability here. You know, when you're playing the occasional check or trade trophy or them 23s games, there is a false sense of ability. You know exactly where you are and the levels that you need to go on. He's a young lad. He'll learn from this, but I think this just shows that, you know, it would be good if Balogun could just, you know, just pattern a little loan for himself and do what he needs to do in that regards. But this is where we need to avoid hot takes. Balogun was the best thing since sliced bread last week. You know, he scores a goal. He's clipped up for 10 seconds on Twitter. Everyone calls Arteta a dickhead for not playing him. Then you have moments like this where people say he's not ready. You then go and look at, you know, Patino. Patino's going to struggle at times, as good as he's been since he's come in. Patino's a baller. Do you know why Patino's going to have a good career? I can't speak for Balogun. I've never had a conversation with him, but I've done an interview with Patino. Why do you think Charlie's going to be a good guy? His mentality is a bit like Amari Hutchinson. His mentality is spot on. His feet are going to be on the ground, of course. You're a young man. You scored for Arsenal. You're playing for Arsenal. You're going to be gassed, of course. But he's not going to think he's achieved anything, and as he shouldn't, you know. So when he has that occasional game where he's played in midfield away from home or for Arsenal, and he struggles, it's got to be expected. You can't be a skillful sailor if you're only in oceans that are not strong currents and that. You can't be a good swimmer if you've never been in the deep end. Balogun can't be a good striker if you're just beating up nobodies. Patino can't be, you know, the next step is, can you do it from the start? Can you do it away from home? Can you do it consistently? You know, don't avoid hot takes. People really underestimate how difficult it is to make improvements in life, much less football, to be consistent, to consistently play at a high level. And obviously, you know, you lot can see the passion I've got for young players. Again, I know I waffle about Arsenal's first team and whatnot, but when it all comes down to it and it's all said and done, it's all about Haaland for me, or via Luton Haaland for Charlie Patino. It's a great moment. We've got to remember, you know, lovely for Eddie to score a hat-trick for this football club. First career hat-trick, scoring a hat-trick. That's stuff that man are dreaming of at Haaland. Patino making his debut and scoring. Balogun played. You've been crying for playing games. You've got it now. It's the big leagues. Respectfully, that's a half-decent League One side who finished third and who are third right now and who are extremely experienced. Only gets harder then. This is why you lot need to have this false sense of perception. Premier League loan, all these things are fallacies. I want Balogun to go on loan in the Premier League, but it's not going to happen. And if you're fighting relegation or if you need goals right now, if it's not quite happening for him, you're going to pull him out the side. That's why we need to slow down. These men are early 20s. They're not going to be there since sliced bread. So just calm it down. No one is ever as good as they think they are in life when things are going wrong. And they're never as bad, you know. What I want to see is real development, because we should be in a scenario where we could be looking at making some real money for Eddie. Instead, we're kind of at his mercy because he can leave for free and he can agree moves in January. What I hope is that Patino and Aziz, when he comes back, they're ready. They're not going to be ready today. They're not going to be ready tomorrow. But it's a fantastic moment for these young lads, really. And you can see Eddie and Nketiah. Come on, man. A young kid from South London or from London, scoring a hat-trick for Arsenal Football Club, scoring in a professional game, playing in a big stadium. Who never dreamed of that? I definitely dreamed of that. So whether you rate Eddie or not, the man, they're living the dream. Make sure it stays a dream. For Eddie, you probably need to depart. For Balogun, you need to go on loan. For Patino, let's just take our time with him. There will be spots opening up. I genuinely think Charlie Patino will be an Arsenal first team player. Just let the man develop. Physically, take your time. Speed of thought, take your time. That's one thing I have confidence with. Mikel Arteta knows what he's doing with Charlie Patino, and Charlie knows what he's doing off his own back because he's really motivated, in my opinion. He's worked a lot physically on himself as well. You might not see it because you've seen him for 10 minutes or so, but it is what it is. There's a lot of defining. Just allow these young players to develop, man. How many hot takes have been drawn across Saka and Smith Rowe? People used to say not too long ago Smith Rowe weren't good enough because he was sort of in the same sort of bracket with Joe Willock and Nketiah a few years ago. Look what a loan spell did for him. People really underestimate. Certain players are going to be better at things than others. Certain players are going to adapt quicker than others. Certain players are going to get a look to the first team. They're just going to hit it off, and that bump is going to come later. Certain players have that bump. Everyone's career is different. Everyone's development is different. No two players are the same. What might work for one ain't going to work for another. Too often than not, people don't take heed of this or truly understand it. They say it, but they do not heed it, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just an honest football fan, eh? Just let these young players develop in peace, man. DG, anyone impress you from Sunderland? The whole team did well, in my opinion. They all had a commitment, FC, man. Come on, DJ. I remember when you used to go to the park when you're breaking up load. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, we ain't where we need to be, but I don't miss them days at all. I do not miss the pitches. I do not miss things blowing away. I do not miss people looking at my camera or me like I'm a fucking weirdo. Is what it is. I think Patino's got an agent where I need to be scouting some 10-year-olds in that to become the next ones. But the agency thing, why not, man? YouTube might be the wrong profession still. This is a call to anyone in this football world to take a look at what Deluded Gooners do with his platform. Air chair punditry, real football focused interviews with future talent. Hey, man. So cutting onions, man. One day, man. I mean, I don't know in 2 years. Let's let the man develop, man. It could be 6 months. It could be 2 years. It could be 3 years, man. DG's analysis is astute. Deserve to be a respected Arsenal commentator. I don't know, man. We should get at least 25 million for Eddie, considering Brewster and Solanke went for that. I mean, they were big up coach Joe Lammy. We could, but they went for top money. And, them teams weren't stupid enough to let their contracts run down. And at least Solanke is kind of, Solanke, Liverpool committed fraud, but he was relatively doing okay. And Brewster, he went into the championship and he did at least for Swansea bag a lot of goals. Eddie ain't done that, If I look at it on a harsh thing, and not to belittle Eddie, but what's he done that we didn't know? We know this is his competition. What? He's bagged up a League One side. Should be able to do that. Eddie's a competent guy. Why haven't you played consistently? That's just me. I would love 25 million. I think we should have been developing and being in a situation where you can make 20 million for Tyrese, John Jules, Balogun, and Eddie and Nketiah if the decision to sell them was that. We need to, not every player is going to hit the heights. As much as I want every player to progress, you're going to get the Iwobis, the Joe Willocks, Eddie and Nketiah at this moment, it looks like, in my opinion, unless a miracle happens, probably Maitland-Niles and that. Some guys can hang around for a season and then it's probably not that. Not everyone can do the Saka and whatnot thing. Is what it is. Left back got rinsed, blood. And United do. Martial still a young player at 26. Sorry, Shakib, man. The ones there. I just saw you attacking us. Thoughts on Everton? Underperforming, man. Patino man of the match, overdoing it. Sunderland played better than I've seen some Prem teams play this season, boy. DG, how does it feel to know that you were the first to interview an Arsenal legend? I don't know if he's an Arsenal legend. I don't know if I was the first. What I do know is that I take pride in that. He just gave man an opportunity to like ask him some questions, bro. Like with all of these young players, man, it's nice to just ask these guys questions. And one thing I like, and they've said it, they feel comfortable when I interview them. That's been the biggest pleasure. Even people that are not footballers that I've had, it's like I make man feel comfortable. You galley too for you haters, but I make the people them feel comfortable, and I just feel these lot don't get it. Like for all the young players interviews I've did, whether they've been at Arsenal or not, you could see they're kind of nervous, they're kind of shy because they don't know about none of that. And because they're used to people trying to get hot takes and catch them out. Like there's been so many times, you know, I could have done the madness, asked these players some mad questions, and what would it get me? It'll get me nothing. It wouldn't get me decent relationships with any coaches, with any agencies, with any agents, with any players. You know, one thing I like with the small little connections I've got is they all know first things first. I speak what's on my mind, and I speak from a place of integrity. I'm not just going to cap for no reason, and I speak from a place of genuine passion for young talent and whatnot. You know, again, one thing I like about YouTube, I wouldn't say it's leveled up the ball game because football is something, but I've always thought this way. I've always had this passion, but one thing that's never separate, that's been difficult is if you don't know me, then you don't know that with YouTube, then you can see a paper trail. Like eventually, every so often, you know, I don't try to have this crystal ball. I just talk about players. Every so often, you'll see videos resurface, and obviously, the industry knows because we're making noise, and you don't know. Things speak for themselves. People speak for themselves. The streets speak for themselves. I don't need to blow my own trumpet. That comes from a place of immaturity and actually insecurity. You know, it's all without statement. But in relation to these young players, just let them and they're developing it. Just let them develop. Eddie is great, but has he done it in the Premiership? No. There's got to be a reason. Takes time. Chelsea, the way Chelsea prepare their players for first team football is different. Physically, them and they're already from under 18s. You know, our young players, I'd say it probably takes about 20 years of age to get ready. Joe Willett, we had to wait a while. You know, I do think we're going to have to be patient with Patino in that regards. Maybe even Miguel Aziz. I think they're ready technically, but physically to play Premier League football and assert themselves. It took Smith Rowe a second, and he's still developing. You know, I think he's coped with the physical demands and he's brushed man aside. But against Sunderland, he got bullied today. It's taken Eddie. I think Eddie only looked a bit better physically when he come back from the loan spell at Leeds. That's me personally. Written in the stars, I'm happy, man. Man like you, Rance, Matisse, just want to chat ball like regular people. That's all you need to do. Melvin, trust me. And obviously, big up Rance and Matisse. But we got some real star boys here. It is what it is, man. Sunderland fan here. Well played, mate. You definitely outmuscled us. I think we put a performance on that we can be proud of today, seeing as we're 2 leagues below you. Look, exactly. Let's be real. I know we rotated the team and things like that, but you wouldn't have seen that. And you're right with that. I think this end of the day, I can't say the scoreline's harsh because we scored the goals in it. Like, and you know, reviewing all them goals, I'm sure if you concede 5, there's a lot better. But I think in many ways the scoreline is very harsh. Arsenal can't let Eddie walk for free. I mean, Arteta's probably going to be DMing him and messaging him. You know, I bet you Arteta's going to text Eddie and Ketia, did you get home safe after this game when they all go and the Emirates door close off? But the reality is we should have been gassing him time ago. We should have been getting Eddie to sign a new deal them times he come back from Leeds just to give ourselves this position, you know. We shouldn't have to wait till a man's the contract is running down. You know, how good would it be to sit here and be like, all right, cool. If he wants to keep it moving, slap some top dollar on it. What I do like with Eddie is, you know, he keeps asking Arteta the question. Arteta keeps playing him, so maybe a contract resolution's there, but the man's gone for free, man. Look at the run from Patino off the ball as well. Look at it. Like I said, mentally, technically, he's there. It's just a physical thing. And then obviously it's about refining, speed of thought, all of those sort of things. Patino's ready. Just give him a bit of time to be fully there. Lovely. So man didn't even know how to celebrate. Bring up Charlie. Man didn't even know how to celebrate. Didn't even prepare for that. But lovely for Haaland, man. Lovely for Haaland, man. How lovely is that, man? How lovely is that? And above all, bro, that's a good moment for his fucking family, man. Like, do you know how much driving his mum and dad have probably had to do throughout his young career, you know, and go everywhere. Them little moments make it worth it, you know. The chances of becoming, no matter how good any of these guys are, you got to remember that the odds of becoming a professional footballer is very light. It's not good enough. It's not that big. And we've got to remember, whatever people say, no one can take it away from Charlie, Patino, Flo Balogun, or Eddie. They have become professional footballers, different stages, but they have played for Arsenal Football Club. You know, these moments make it worth it. You know, instantly Arsenal's decision has been backed up, signing someone that got released by Chelsea. You know, the X amount of thousand we probably took on paying, paying Luton for Charlie Patino, Balogun's development. And long may it continue, man. I hope they all can develop. Again, I hope everyone can do their thing. You know, my dream is to have a squad of 11 starters in our 25-man squad that are all eligible from the academy, from first team. I mean, from a goalkeeper to a striker. Now, that's an impossible dream, but that should be the aspiration. Very proud, man. You can't do the gym thing too early, though, because you kill, man. Let alone scoring at the Emirates, man. Big up Patino, another one you're going to see in the team viewer kit soon. Look at this cheeky twat, man. You made me really start watching the youth. Come on, man. They deserve a little bit of shine. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if Arsenal were here, I mean, who better to interview the talents on the official Arsenal channel? Who better to do the reports when our under 18s and 23s play? Like, hello, it makes sense. You want the best local talent. I'm a North Londoner as well. I know technically there's that toilet bowl stadium right next to me, and I can hear them when they celebrate and whatnot. But I mean, hello. One day, innit? One day, man. One day. The real gonna win one day, man. It's not who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know. Hopefully, I'll start knowing them people there, man. Hopefully, I'll start knowing them people there. Obviously, people, 426 likes. You lot are moving mad. Can we get to 500? If you've done that, big up yourselves, man. I don't think the scoreline looked massively harsh. It was unlucky for us with Broadhead going off because Hume had nothing on Pepe. Good luck for the rest of the season. Likewise with you lot, man. I think Eddie is one of them strikers you'll start see balling at 27. That's it. And again, fans don't have patience because fans want a million young players, but they want the squad to be competitive and they want to get 3 points. If you lot really wanted Balogun to play, then you have to admit there'd be games like this, or there might be games in the Premier League where he misses a chance and the opposition got the other end and score, or he misses an opportunity that them 3 points could have got you top four. In the same way you've seen Tavares, Ben White, hell of Arsenal players make mistakes. They're younger, but to a different standard. People they don't understand this. You want young centre halves to play, but you don't want them to get absolutely ripped. Everybody just thinks young players, it's just about balling out. And what I would say to Eddie and Balogun, very few strikers were the finished article at 20 odd, their ages. Where was Vardy? Where was Aubameyang? Where was Kane? I'm not saying these guys are ever going to be anywhere near these guys, but it takes a lot. Unless you're them star boy sort of strikers, for me, Greenwood and amongst others, it's difficult. Forget the reporting, did you get yourself in the scouting network? Anything, man. Pepe was on smoke. Need more of that. Facts, broski. But, bro, I know you lot can bad up these teams there, man. I know Pepe's the guy for the cup competitions. I know Eddie's the guy for the cup competition. So if I'm looking at it on a harsh thing, man, I ain't learned nothing, man. Big up you because it's 6 a.m. in Malaysia. Pepe destroying guys, man. Found his level, some might say. But I think we have to, I don't know, but I'd give Xhaka his praise for today as well, man. Come on, my guy. One day, man. One day we keep grinding, we keep working, man. This summer, to be a top club, we need to bin the bang average players and replace them properly with good squad players and a few game-changing players that can create and take this game by the scruff of the neck. I'd agree. Because, we need to just get a certified 11, but we're in that stage where you can't convincingly say we've got, there's a massive drop-off and stuff, man. Who would you rather get in the semis? Spurs, Brentford? But I say that I want West Ham to win. So by default, West Ham, Brentford, Leicester, on current form, Leicester. I think they might throw the cups. I don't think anyone wants to play Liverpool. In fact, saying that, it's probably the best time to play Chelsea and Liverpool. They're struggling with a couple of knocks and whatnot. So probably one of them ones, if I'm completely honest with you, my broski. But yeah, let's recap the game quickly. What's the timestamp, man? 14. 30. So yeah, obviously, bro, we just won 5 goals to 1. You know, for me, before I take you back of my thoughts along the 90, I would say the good things. Obviously, Charlie Patton has scored is fantastic for Halen. Balogun got some minutes, didn't shine too much. I think people are going a bit OTT with Balogun as they did in a positive way. So the same way is going to be negative. I think he got into the right positions, put himself about, but as you lot know, the quality, the speed of thought, even against a League One side, it's got to be 10 times better in it. A lot of things you can do at 23's level does not prepare you. Eddie and Ketty a hat-trick as well, you know. Certain other man in the team can't say that. And to say you scored a hat-trick for Arsenal Football Club is something I dreamed of doing, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you did. So good night for the Haaland boys. Good cameo for Granit Xhaka. I think Odegaard had a good game. Obviously, Pepe's got a goal and an assist. He might actually have 2 assists. He's got a goal and assist, and you know, he's just not Meggy man, you know. So yeah, we're through to the next round. We keep winning. We keep doing a lot of these things. I can't complain about none of this, man. You know, the only thing is I would say, yeah, we won 5-1, but I think it was closer than the scoreline suggested. And I personally, you know, I just think the fact that we're a Premier League side, respectfully, and their League One side made the difference. The overall quality, they just couldn't cope with. I think Sunderland will gain more plaudits. Not that we could gain a lot, but I think Sunderland, the scoreline was harsh. Saying that, they've conceded all these goals, so it's not harsh. I think they battled. I think they worked hard. You know, at times they kept us pinned in our own half. They were difficult to break down. They fought. You know, there was a couple of occasions they could have scored a bit more. You know, it is what it is. I did think it was quite sloppy. It was quite lethargic. I think the standards weren't quite there on the pass at times, and we was losing it. I feel the communication, we looked disjointed, like in the midfield, and whether it's been the strongest team or a rotated team, I think we've question marked the transition or the defensive transition today. We've done that against Leeds. We've done that against Spurs in the second half. We've done that against Villa. We've done that against Leicester. We've done that on many occasions this season. So we still need to play well for 90. With the exceptions of probably Pepe, I don't really, and even that, I don't really feel any of the fringe players have, in terms of immediate thinking, have forced their way into Mikel Arteta's plans, with the exception of maybe Nketiah. I say with the exception because Arteta just tells us he's in your plans, really. But end of the day, you know, we done what we needed to do. We're through in the cup. We keep some little form going. We take a bit of momentum going into the game against Norwich. No one was injured, you know. It is what it is. I do think, you know, again, we kind of struggled at times physically in that first half. We didn't play as fluid as we could. I do think, you know, we was quite sloppy, and I do think we killed people's games. Like, it's no coincidence when Granit Xhaka came on, Tavares is going forward. Somehow El Nene's flinging balls forward. Pepe seeing a bit more joy in further forward positions. Prior to that, it was probably all the joy coming down Pepe and Cedric's side, and even that was a mixed bag of things, really, if I'm completely honest with you. So if I go all the way back to the first half, you know, I do think it was good bite from both teams in the first 5 minutes. I did feel, you know, it looked like a typical cup game. We need to wake up, though, because we've got high standards, or we've been introducing high standards, and we need to bring a bit more. I feel around the 10-minute mark, I feel Sunderland are getting forward way too easily, again, on our transition. You know, they've got 10 men in our half. They've got a low block, and we're struggling to cope with that. You can see a lot of ring rust in the team. You know, the passes aren't quite crisp. I think we need to raise the quality generally a bit. I think you could tell which players weren't consistently playing football if you didn't know anything about Arsenal. I think the first half was very even. You know, I do think in the first half, I wanted to see a bit more. When we did press them, there was mistakes. Like, their number 6 was just giving, anytime Pepe pressed, was getting the ball. We didn't do that. I feel anytime we're playing a team where we're 2 divisions above, and, you know, it's a giant killing and all them things, and it's a cup game, you've got to look to kill their confidence. And obviously, the longer you do not score, the more confidence they're getting. So, yeah, we're allowing them to build confidence. We're allowing the 7,000 traveling fans to give them that sort of edge and whatnot. So it is what it is. It was obviously fortunate to bag when we did. Eddie and Nketiah scored a typical Nketiah finish, really. You know, Holding's done well in the building blocks to it. You know, we're starting to look a bit better on the ball beyond that mark, really, really and truly. Obviously, Pepe's helped us and made it 2-0. It's lovely from Pepe, Odegaard and Cedric in particular. Pepe's obviously bagged, puts us 2-0 up. Now, when we conceded, I think them warning blocks were coming. There was times Ben White was getting angry. You know, Cedric weren't pulling in. The midfield's not looking over their shoulders. We're very disjointed. And I think that goal was coming because there was warning signs. Now, Smith Rowe has lost the ball way too cheaply. Pepe potentially needs to bring his man down. El Nene and Odegaard aren't good enough on the defensive transition. Ben White hasn't done well. We're caught with a high line. Leno's the last line of defense, and there's several other options this could have been stopped at. I think Leno's come out way too easily and made my man's decision up for him, and it's a confident finish. And at 2-1, you know, that gives them a bit. Now at halftime, you're looking at it as, you know, they've got nothing to lose. They probably think Arsenal are overrated and they match us. You know, their manager spoke about blood and thunder and all them things. You're wary of this. You are very wary of this going into the second half. So I did like, you know, how before we get into the second half, man, I did feel probably the last 10 minutes of the first half were probably Sunderland's brightest stage. They put us under pressure. And, you know, I do think they deserved their goal. And they were doing quite well. So at halftime, as I said, Sunderland are battling. They're trying to play. I think we need to keep the high standards or reinstall the high standards we've set previously. On occasion, I've seen Pepe, Cedric holding it actually, and mainly Odegaard make things. I like how Balogun's putting himself around, but I do think he's struggling on that left-hand side. And I do think, you know, his decision-making isn't quite there. I don't think Tavares trusts the transition, but I think Tavares was probably a bit too withdrawn than I thought. And I think when you saw Xhaka come in, he clearly had that confidence that, you know what, he'll back himself to get back in a foot race. Xhaka is there to buy him some time. But yeah, I did feel we should have been. Well, definitely. We've got Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Tavares, Pepe, all these guys on the team sheet, and I didn't think you would know that. And at best, I did want to see Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Tavares, all these guys creating overloads. And I think in that first half, really, with the exception of Odegaard getting involved and obviously Eddie's goal, it's really just Pepe and Cedric, and even that Cedric. And as I said, to go back to the goal, Cedric, not to let Cedric escape. Cedric's not covering if I didn't make that clear as well. There was a couple of times Cedric's vacated out of his place. Bit of a mixed bag. I feel for the neutrals, it's open. I feel we're not communicating. We look disjointed. There's a lack of intensity. And we're at 6s and 7s. And when you look at the halftime statistics, we had 11 shots, they had 7. They had 4 shots on target to our 6. They had 3 corners, we had 2. So there's not really much in it, really, and we need to make it reflect such. They're working hard, they're difficult to break down, they're believing they could win this. I do think Smith Rowe is struggling with the physical battle. I think Odegaard needs better players to link up within the final third. I feel it's very predictable what we're doing down the right-hand side. Balogun's had a couple of chances, but beyond that, it's not quite levels. You know, I did feel we did well to score when we did. You know, I believe, forgive me if I'm wrong, quite a few goals were scored, but it was good to obviously see Eddie and Nketiah get on the score sheet again and make it 3-1. It was a fantastic bit of skill from Eddie. Well, I can't even remember the role in which the goals were scored, but I'd say Eddie Nketiah's hat-trick goal is what made the difference for me, people, because Tavares has done well. All the left-footed players are involved. I'm sure Odegaard's involved. Pepe's evaded his man. Xhaka's got involved. Tavares has got involved. And obviously Eddie Nketiah eventually cute flick. Pepe's nutmeg someone, which we all saw him do on occasion. I do think Xhaka gave us a lot more confidence and a lot more stability. And for those of you that was in my watch-along, again, it was pretty predictable. But I think I said it, and I think it was a given. You needed to shift Smith Rowe out wide or do something in that regards. Probably clip Balogun for Xhaka. I was actually tempted to do that at half-time, but when Xhaka came on, it gave us a lot. It was obviously lovely to see Paterno get on the score sheet. Fantastic moment for him to make his debut, let alone score. It's a great moment for the young lad, and hopefully there's many more to come, people. So yeah, ultimately, apart from making it more of an even contest and conceding, generally we did what we could. Sunderland can, you know, ultimately they lost 5-1 and they didn't go through to the next round, but they can be proud for themselves. Eddie scored a hat-trick and they were all typical instinctive finishes, and hopefully we can get some money in January for him, or, you know, we can get some clarity over his future. I think Odegaard was very good, you know, good performance from Pepe. Ultimately, we did the hard part, but yeah, man, I don't think a few players really took their chances, and yeah, we did to kind of take the handbrake off. And I do think the fact that we're a Premier League team and have levels more quality than Sunderland made the difference, really, really and truly. I do think we controlled the second half, in my opinion, really and truly, and that was more what I wanted to see. And yeah, now the focus, you know, young players have got opportunities. We've scored some good goals. You know, there's some fantastic talking points. We've got another win in December. let's just focus on Norwich now. You know, Norwich Wolves. Let's do what we need to do in it. It's going to be tough at Carrow Road. Equally, Wolves have been quite good against the big teams. They've worked Liverpool. They've worked City. Probably deserve something more from both of them games. VAR helping City. You know, they got a point off Chelsea. Again, if there was no VAR, might have bagged 3 points. A depleted Chelsea, yes, but they're going to be tough. And, you know, it's a festive period. And, you know, as a token of getting through December, we've got a reward against City. So, you know, it's good today. Let's focus. You'd imagine that, you know, the Sakas, the Lacazettes, the people who didn't play today, they're going to be in training. And yeah, Arteta's probably knowing him. He'll watch this game again and probably watch some Norwich games before he goes to sleep. And the building blocks begin. What's it for the weekend, people? Is what it is in that regard. Arsenal 5-1 Sunderland. And obviously, where that's concerned as well, people, the only thing left would be player ratings. Arsenal 5-1 Sunderland. Player ratings. Hit the like button if you haven't, people. The only thing left would be player ratings. Now, if I had to look at the players, I would say, where do we start? 6 for Leno. Don't think, I don't think he had much to do. I think there was a couple of big saves you had to make. Thought you could have done better for the goal, but I'd say 6 for Leno. You weren't under sustained pressure. I'd say 6 for Leno. A couple of nervy moments, but I'd say 6 for Leno. I'd say a 6 for. In fact, why am I doing it this way? I'd rather type it out, people. This isn't how I normally do it. Leno, I would say 6. Ben White, I would say 6. Personally, I think he was all right. Holding, do you know what? Ben White 5. Holding saved us a couple of times. I'd say a 6 for Holding. Cedric, you got an assist, but you weren't good enough for the goal. You know what? Hold Ben White at 5 is harsh. I'm gonna say 6 for Ben White, 6 for Holding. I think Cedric, you know what? I think Cedric was our most attacking threat. He got an assist. Yeah, he let himself down for the goal, but you know what? Let me be a bit. I think it's a 7, but I think I'm probably being too harsh on Cedric, and because he's not my cup of tea, maybe there's a bit of unconscious bias. So I'll give him a 6 plus a bonus point for the assist. So I'll give him a 7. But if it would my heart, it feels it's a 5-6 max for Cedric. But I feel I'm being a bit too harsh because he's not my cup of tea. So 7 for Cedric. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him still. I feel Tavares was good today, you know, to be fair with you. 6. Couple of Buki touches, but I think in the second half he was really good. Midfield now, El Nene, I would say a 6. Better second half, but other than that, didn't see much from him. Martin Odegaard, Smith Rowe, I would say 6. Better second half, but quiet night for Smith Rowe, in my opinion. Looked better when Xhaka come on, but I think he struggled physically today, if I'm honest with you. Martin Odegaard, solid performance from him. I'd give him an 8. I think he had a very good game. You know, I think Odegaard had a good game. I'd give him an 8. I did this from memory. Who am I missing? No, I'm not trying to do this from memory. I have to look, people. I don't want to miss anything out. Balogun 5. So the work rate was there. You put yourself about, but you probably just that speed of thought and that overall quality. Saying that, he was involved in the build up to one of the goals with Tavares as well. You know, I'd say a 5, but this is what you want to see. Not that you want to see a player struggle, but yeah, man, it's not every day scoring mad goals and doing mad things and all of those sort of things, people. So yeah, man, Balogun 5. I don't understand a lot of people getting at him and things, but 5. I'd say Pepe, give you a 9. After, I think he was on par with Odegaard personally, but why I give you the, you've scored and got a couple. Has he got 2 assists or 1? Did you set up Charlie? You definitely got 1 goal, 1 assist. I'm going to give Pepe a 9. I feel you, Odegaard, and Nketiah are probably the 3 players that, if anything, head and shoulders above everybody else. So give Pepe a 9. I don't really necessarily think it's a 9 out of 10 performance, but I think I'd probably go for a 7 for Pepe. And he He got two. He's got 2 assists and a goal. It's a 9, man. That really could be a 10. I mean, he wasn't. Do you know what? I give him a 9. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 performance, but I just feel, you know what? First off, you and Cedric were our most threats down the right hand side. You've got 2 assists. You've got a goal. I don't think this will be in Pepe's catalogs of great games or highlights or whatever. But and I don't think you've on one hand, I don't think you've asked any questions of fighting Saka for his place in the team or, pardon me, Arteta getting headaches over you, like in the same way he has it over Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Martinelli, Lacazette at current. But you can only play what's in front of you, and you know you need your. Some might say he's found his level, but you know you lot need to do the thing in terms of productivity. You've got 2 goals, 2 assists, sorry, and a goal. I'll give you a 9 in it, really and truly. But yeah, man, just in terms of the productivity. And Ketia, bro, you're a striker, you're paid to score goals. You scored a hat trick. I'm giving you a 10 in it. Simple as that. Couldn't ask him for anything more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the starting 11. So Arteta, give you a 7 for today. Just don't think it's not a game for the tactical masterclass. I feel the players let you down a bit. I feel you named the strong attacking lineup. I would have, in an ideal world, loved to have seen this game, you know, killed off in the first half and whatnot. And I feel, considering especially the fact that I was looking at pre-game, Tavares, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Pepe, the young Eddie and Balogun, I thought we could have suffocated Sunderland a lot more than we actually did. So I'll give you a 7. Patino off the bench, you know, for the young lads. In the minutes he played, Ted, did it? You played some good passes. Not that you had many, you scored, did it? So it's really an NA, but it's good for the young lad. And I've got a Patino bias. You know, Xhaka, who you judge a bit more realistic, I'd give him an 8. He didn't play long, but in the minutes he played, I think he genuinely made everybody look a lot more better. And that's why, for all his cons, where we need someone that can do it and upgrade, why Xhaka, you need Xhaka at times. I feel Tavares looked a better player, El Nene, you know, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Pepe, these guys could stay further forward. So I feel Xhaka had a really good game off the bench, if I'm real with you lot. So I'd give him an 8 for the minutes he played. Martinelli, anonymous, you know, Martinelli and Gabriel, NAs really couldn't do much. You know, Gabriel played a dodgy pass and I was a bit scared. Martinelli, they were trying to chop off your leg. And obviously, just for the rips alone, I'm giving Pepe a 9. But to say the ratings in all people, 6 for Leno, 6 for Ben White, 6 for Rob Holding, 7 for Cedric, 7 for Tavares, 6 for El Nene, 6 for Smith Rowe, 8 for Odegaard, 5 for Balogun. Pepe gets a 9. Bonus points are us. Eddie and Nketiah's got a hat trick. You have to give a man a 10. Arteta gets a 7. For the minutes played, Patino gets a 10. And Xhaka scores an 8, people. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. I mean, if you're a midfielder, that's everyone's better when you got time and space, man. When you're under, everyone's better when, you know, if you plan correctly, you're better when you've got a million years to do a task. When when your manager says I need it by a certain time and you're under pressure, only certain players can deliver. So yeah, man. Pepe gets an 8, lost the ball against League One ops, but the 2 nutmeg saved his Ross. To be fair, man, you can't get onto a man for losing the ball. If this was in English Premier League, Pep gets an 8 and Pepe gets a 9. To be fair, you can only play what's in front of you. Balogun, the gun gets a 6. He worked his socks off. I'm not going to praise you for working hard. That's the minimum. Seven for Tavares, 6 for Smith Rowe, 8 for Odegaard, 6 for Balogun, 6 for El Nene. 6 is high for Cedric, bit harsh. Man said 6 for Ben White because he all of a sudden passes to the right back. The third goal was just a complete beauty. The pass from Odegaard, a peach. Pepe trying to end careers, and then Nketiah's cheeky finish. Also Eddie's movement for the second goal. Things of beauty, man. This is what Arsene Wenger's legacy was in things like this. Young players doing well, combining and playing beautiful football. If only this becomes the minimum at the football club now. What did you think about Sunderland fans? I don't know, but anyone in COVID times, you know, and Christmas that's taking the trip to London from however far Sunderland is gets my respect for their support, people. So that's all I've got to say for them, you know, big up them. And cheers for going through to the next round. We're so close to 500. We're at 477. Can we keep running that up, people? Keep grinding, bro. It's not easy. You're doing good, bro. You're doing good, though. Nick, I appreciate that, man. Means a lot. Try it, man. Try it. I mean, what more can Eddie and Ketia do to get a 9? I think you lot to get a 10. You lot are acting a bit. Boy. Be not lovely. I mean, what did we end the statistic? What did we end the game with? We only paid 10k for Charlie Patino. So Luton are going to make some peace. When Patino was born, Arsenal were already 10 games into their 49 game unbeaten. Fucking hell. I'm getting old a bit now. Bloody hell. Arsenal ended the game with 10 shots on target, 19 shots. Sunderland had 12 shots, 6 on target. So it weren't exactly one-way traffic. Again, Sunderland had 5 corners. We had 2. So yeah, it was one-way traffic for large parts. We had 621 passes to their 276. But yeah, man, it was slightly closer than the scoreline might be suggesting, folks. So it is what it is. Appreciate the content, DJ. I don't always comment, but always listen at work. MP, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Eddie gets a 9.5 from me. You lot are harsh. I mean, he's playing a League One side. Eddie isn't my cup of tea, but the man has scored a hat-trick. If being a striker and scoring a hat-trick can't get you a 10, I don't know what will. But what I would say is you lot got high standards. They need you lot in the club. That's ridiculous. I think you lot are trying to be way too technical, but, I respect you lot's opinion. Obviously, tomorrow, people, again, we're going to be reacting to this game. Later on tomorrow, I know some of you don't like this Spurs badge, but we're going to be watching the Spurs versus West Ham game. One love to you lot doing up the yo-yos already. I mean, 20 hours from now, you lot going to have to allow me, but big up you lot. Obviously, tomorrow, we're going to be speaking a bit more about the reaction to this game and whatnot. So make sure you've set your reminders. That's at 11:30. So yeah, man. And obviously it's been fantastic being with you lot tonight, but I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'd see that some of you are locked in from Australia and Malaysia. It's almost 10:30 here in the UK. So I'm going to leave you lot, leave you lot, man. So on that note, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. People, Deluded, I'm out as usual. It's been a fantastic live stream. We've been treated to a bunch of goals. It's been a 6-goal thriller. You lot stay blessed, stay in good health, and I'll meet you lot tomorrow.
There's always that active red line defenders. I think it's like